Don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. All right. Oh. Do 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 do. My studio, my channel. There we go. There we go. I'll do this one. Why not? Yeah, let's do that one. What's up, Pooch Day? How's your day going? How's your day? How's your night? How's everything? How are you? How are you? Is this a radio station? Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn into a radio station. Welcome to Backshots Radio, where you hear me take violent backshots nonstop with no ad breaks in between. V69.7. I don't know. Also, what's up, Grandang? How you doing? Notify the cord. Boom. Let's pull that up. Boom. And there we go. I mean, what's up, Jamie Ward? How's your day going? How's your day? Why is this not okay? There we go. We're better. How's your night? How's your life? How's your stuff? How's everybody's day going? Doing all right? Having a good one? Having a day of all time, or very concerning to hear? No. It'll be great. You'll love it. Just nonstop back shots, just just nothing but that for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hell yeah. You woke up 10 minutes ago? Hell yeah. How's your 10 minutes, I guess? I don't know. Pretty nice night? Hell yeah. Same for me. I was a top tier media consumer today. I consumed a lot of media. The VCT came back, so I watched that. WWE Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank happened. That was great. Both of them were great. So yeah, it was a fun one. You love democracy? What happened? I love democracy too, but what happened? Why so? Give context. I don't know what you're talking about with the sound effects. Sorry. But yeah, good to see y'all. Welcome in, welcome in. I don't know, what do we say here? Like the stream, share it. I don't know, dude. Do the things, the good things. Yeah, the things that help the channel. The liking, you're here. That's good enough. Hello, Detroit here. Hey, I'm about an hour outside of Detroit. What's up, dude? Detroit's finest. Did you watch Common Side Effects? I have not. No, I have not. Headache is wild and you even drank nothing? Try drinking some water. That'll be good for you. Ask you anything? Ask me anything. Yeah, go for it. I'll most likely answer it, except for like a couple very specifically weird questions. Oh, we voted for you to stream. You stream democracy. Oh, I haven't looked into the Discord. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I just turned it on. So, but you know what? I'll give y'all credit. Hell yeah. W democracy. What age should you become an atheist? I became an atheist when I was 19 years old. I started deconstructing when I was 19 because the short story is I read the Bible, saw that God wasn't, didn't fit my moral standards or moral expectations at the time, from what I've been told in church and stuff. Looked into apologetics, saw that they weren't, either didn't know what they were talking about on some things or were being seemed like they were kind of hiding something and other explanations. So then I looked at the evidence and all the evidence sucked. But yeah, I was 19 when this happened. You finished your video project for Sky today. It came out great. I'm so proud. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. Love to hear it. I was completely, totally non-productive. One of us gotta be, right? New PFP, yeah, new PFP and all that good stuff. Yeah, going for blue. Maybe the orange is a little grating, but yeah, went for blue. Speaking of, did you see that Trump and Musk broke up? I did. Yeah, I did. They get into a little lover spat. Hell yeah. The two worst people are fighting. I feel like even that's a distraction. Like if Trump can you can't put shit past him, right? If the dude can fake an assassination attempt, then I mean, can he fake a breakup? or fake this whole falling out they're having? Probably. So as cynical as that is, I don't know, man. If we're faking getting our ears shot at, I don't know what to tell you. Your name is Brittany. You have not watched Common Side Effects. Where is it streamed? I think Hulu. I want to say Hulu. Also, wait, Brittany, Detroit. Hmm. Never. I don't. You know what? Yeah. What's your? Don't say what your last name is, but like, what's your last name start with? I know a Brittany. I know a couple Britneys, but there was just one I had a huge crush on in like middle school. But beside the point. You're in the bathroom, but how did you become an atheist? I needed to know that. I became an atheist by looking at the evidence for God existing and finding out that none of it was good. So I left after that. If there was good evidence, I would have stayed. There was no good evidence, so I left. Right. 10 years ago, 10 years ago, indeed. He was in his blue phase. I'm in my blue phase, yeah, in more ways than one. See here, water, texture, structure, oil, rock are held together by sound. So where did the sound come from before the Big Bang of light? I'll be completely honest with you, man. That's a completely, totally incoherent sentence. Super, super duper incoherent sentence. Sound is not the thing holding things together. Please don't get your science from sci-fi. Get it from scientists. Blue and orange are great color combinations. Yeah, it's pretty solid. For the stream background, that's just gonna change regardless. I gotta kind of find some new gifts too, but just for the channels and stuff, blue PFP, blue banner, good stuff. Uh, who's gonna take custody of JD fans? I don't know. Maybe they'll get like split custody in a divorce or something. In the beginning, there was word, and God's word made sound, and space matter took shape. Oh, I mean, that's what the Bible says, sure. You live under Patrick Starr's rock. I promise you don't know me. Okay, got you, got you. Just another Brittany there. Held together by sound. Up there, held together. You learn something new every day, right? What's good, Juan? How's your day going? How's your day? How's your night? How's your life? How's your strife? How's your knife? How's everything? You have a question? Yeah, go shoot your question. Are you saved? I don't think so, right? Because I don't think there's anything to save me from, but I guess it depends, right? I've heard once saved, always saved, and I did the things that could get you saved in the first place. So if that's true, then I am still saved. If it's not true, then no, I'm not. And if neither of those are true, and if it's all fake, then still no, because there's nothing to save me from, right? Are you considering quitting the stream? No, not even a little bit. I didn't enjoy getting shadow banned. That sucked pretty bad, but you know, I guess it's a minor setback, a minor hiccup. The way I see it, I'm going to plan like when I get my Streamlabs and shit fixed. I really need to get it fixed soon, by the way. But when I do get it fixed, I'm on 10 platforms, so it's like it's too important for me to just stick to one platform just because it doesn't, work out for me. So no, I'm not going to quit the stream unless like I die or something serious happens to Jesus loves you. That's good for him. I love that for him. I just don't believe he exists though. Your knife is dull. Thanks for asking. You should go sharpen it immediately. Immediately. Holy F5, F6. What's that even mean? Omar, take care. Have a good rest of your night. Not necessarily. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, rest of your night. There is no God but this mute skadoosh. Take care. Have a good one. But no, we don't spam here. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we don't do that here. By the way, Muhammad was a pedophile. Fuck on out of here. What caused the shadow ban? I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Whatever it is, it seems to be like over kinda. So I'll take what I can get. Right. What's up, Jason Rob? How's your day going? At least the shadow ban wasn't permanent. I agree. Yes. It feels really, really good to know that I can at least somewhat bounce back from it. Do you believe there's a heaven or hell? I don't believe in either. No, I think they're both made up. I think that they are. One was just a made up concept to like an amalgamation of human desires, basically, through the lens of something that desired to be worshipped, and hell is just the opposite of that, so we can threaten people with it. Find God. He should find me. He knows my address, right? Spam's pretty good. There's only one kind of spam I like. The other type, fuck that. See, it's a dab tool at best. I don't do that shit though. I mean, just dabs. I smoke flower, but yeah, I can't do dabs. I mean, I can, but I don't know. It's too high, too quick. I, I I'm a pussy. I like a mellow high. So yeah, I don't do dabs. Is it the guy from Khan? No, I'm not the guy from Khan Academy, dude. In the infinity of space, there's everything and nothing. I don't think space is like infinite in space, right? It's like infinitely expanding, sure, but expanding without end, seemingly, but it's not technically infinite yet, right? Uh, good to hear it. Have you ever had a decent chili dog? Yeah, I'm a big fan of chili dogs, and in Detroit and the surrounding areas where I'm at, there's a like Coney Islands are a thing, and there's Coney dogs, which have this like meatless chili sort of deal situation going on. Mustard, onions. You can get cheese if you want to. They don't typically come with cheese though. Fantastic, fantastic, good stuff. Um, One time I got food poisoning off of it though, and just like shit my brains out for 3 days. So that wasn't too good. Why don't you believe anymore? I just don't see any evidence for God being real. There's just nothing in the way of it. So it's just a claim made without evidence. Therefore, it's a claim I can dismiss without evidence. If that makes sense, you know. Yeah, you can ask a follow up question. You can ask me anything you want to, except for I don't know. It's with with common sense. But yeah, you can ask me whatever you want to. Thought it might have been people complaining to YouTube. Possibly, it's impossible to say though, right? Because I don't know. I just think about other creators. I know other creators get reported far worse than me, and they have no issue not getting shadow banned. So I think that could have contributed to it, but it's impossible to say for sure. Plus, YouTube denied they even did it, so or at least the tier 1 support agent I got denied that that's even a thing that they do. So, I mean, what can you do at that point, right? You've seen 2 out of 3, and you smoke for pain. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I smoke because my mind is fucked. I have a bad brain in my head right now. Do you think the idea of Christianity and several other religions came from Roostrianism? I'm guessing Zoroastrianism or somewhere else. Christianity in particular and Judaism in particular borrowed a lot of their traditions from prior religions, like pagan religions at the time. I don't think that I'm not sure if Sikhism came before or after Judaism, but I know Zoroastrianism definitely did. So I don't know if they borrowed monotheism like from that in and of itself, but yeah, they definitely borrowed a lot. What states have you visited? I've lived in Ohio for 2 years, and I've visited Georgia, and I've also visited Virginia. But as far as like that's just those 3 states. Other than that, I've just lived in Michigan all my life. What do you believe about the creation of the world? As far as the world, like the Earth, accretion, protoplanetary disks and gravity formed the planet. If you mean the universe, past the point of the Big Bang, nobody knows. So, hold out reservations on it. If I had to take a guess, though, I would say that the stuff that makes up the universe has always existed in some way. You're from around Detroit, closer to Flint myself. If you're ever in this direction, you should check out Twisted Burger. I like their stuff mostly. Pretzel bun burgers. I fucking love pretzel buns. I don't go to Flint. I've passed through it a couple times, but I guess if I'm ever up there and just feel like getting poisoned from the water, I'll definitely check it out for sure. The doctor. I don't know what you want me to do with that. What do you want me to do with that? If you don't believe in heaven or hell, what do you think happens after death? Just black? I wouldn't say just black, because I mean black is something that can be experienced. Hint, hint, wink, wink. It's I think it's just like before you were born, basically, right? It's just lights out. No ability to experience anything whatsoever. It's like you go back to experiencing the same thing that you did on April 12th, 1851. It's just nothing, right? Just the you that can experience the world around you is dead, and done for him. Are you a Lions fan or do you not follow sports? I don't really follow sports. I don't keep up with it, but if I ever hear the Lions are doing good, I'm going to root for them. If that makes any sense. What's the real reason? Because if you did the research, like you said, you would have found the evidence. It's kind of hard. It's kind of weird to put the claim of like trying to put it on me for well, the evidence is here. You would have found it if you actually looked. When there are thousands of religions in like on the planet right now, you can't tell me that my evidence or imply that my evidence, I mean, my research wasn't satisfactory when apparently 60 something percent of the world hasn't figured it out either, right? If you don't believe you'll find out hell is real. Oh my god. What about the second law of thermodynamics? What about it? Was there any content creators that helped you deconstruct? This is a deep cut, but Jacqueline Glenn a little bit. Like I didn't really look to their stuff for their epistemology or their lack of evidence or whatever, or, their arguments or whatever. But when I was closer to actually calling myself an atheist, I didn't feel comfortable doing so until I watched this one Jacqueline Glenn video from like, I mean, it would have had to have been like 10, 12 years ago, where she was talking about the difference between atheism and agnosticism. And I was just like, okay, well, I know I don't know. Like, I can confirm that now, but do I believe? And that's kind of what, it was one of the final straws for sure. It's not a threat. Hell is real. It's a threat. It's a threat. How do you contend with St. Thomas Aquinas' 5 proofs? I can't remember all 5 of them off the top of my head. I know one of them is the Anselmian ontological argument, but I mean, that's just an arbitrarily assigning maximal greatness and then trying to predicate tangible existence with it for no reason whatsoever. They're unfounded arguments for sure. Big fan of the stream though. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Did you say something else and I missed it? I don't know, but yeah, appreciate it, Eddie. Just so you know, being a Christian is awesome, but I respect your religion. Being a Christian wasn't awesome for me, but I'm glad you found something. I'm glad you found some fruit with it when I wasn't able to. Just for fun, would you rather have a sneak peek into heaven or hell? Probably hell, if I had to, because I mean, heaven, if we know it's somewhere of rest or that it's a good place to go, then it wouldn't really matter what's actually true about it. But with hell, we can't figure out if it's infinite or not, like eternal or not, if it's just burning and fire, if it's like actual active torture, if it's just black and nothing. And I don't know. People have all these vastly different ideas of it. So I definitely want to set the score right. You're overthinking it. I don't think I'm overthinking it at all. I think I'm thinking it well enough. I think for something that you dedicate your entire life to, you should probably think about it as much as you possibly can, right? I think Christians talk about a devil more than Satanists. Both crazy though. To be fair, Satanists aren't like devil worshippers. You're thinking like Luciferians, but yeah, no, it's kind of funny how that works, right? Not a Christian, but my mom doesn't know. How should you tell her? Depends. If you're still under her roof, if you don't want to, if you honestly have reason to think that she'll be reasonable about the response to it, then I don't know, just pick a time. Doesn't really matter the time. There's no perfect time. You can idealize it as much as you want to, but any day's just as good as the other ones, I promise you, from somebody who's had to break the news myself. Just pick the time. Say, hey, so this thing that you believe, that I used to believe, I just don't believe it anymore, and just go from there, right? How do you call in? There's not really a call-in number. I mean, there's never mind. Let's see, that's your choice, or still subject to God's laws. Whatever you say, man. At that point, we've reached an impasse. Right. Oh boy, who's this? Hello.
Hi.
Hi, who's
So
this?
I just stumbled upon your live, to be completely honest.
Hey man, I'm so sorry to stop you there, but this is like a business number. It's not. I don't do like the whole like call in sort of debate sort of deal.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that. I saw this on your channel
Oh,
and I thought that's how this worked.
oh no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I just yeah, just for like business inquiries or collaborations or things like that.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Well, if you're ever interested in debating with some of the Eastern Orthodox community, I'm out here in Dallas, and there's a group of us that would be more than happy to have a very, very like cool and sociable debate with you.
Hell yeah, I'd rather kill myself. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding.
As
Kidding.
you, as you.
Kidding. No, but no, yeah, appreciate the yeah, appreciate you calling, and have a great rest of your day. But
You,
yeah,
you too. Good luck with your stream, man.
absolutely. Take care.
All right, bye.
All right. Alrighty. Yeah. I should be. I just added the number yesterday, so I guess I should be more transparent about it. It's for like just business collaborations, things like that. The number isn't for like debates and things like that. Are you finding God yourself? No, no, I'm not. If you could describe Christianity in a sentence, how would you describe it? Brain rot. Do you like Radiohead? I've never heard a bad Radiohead song, but I never seek them out. You get me? If that makes any sense. Uh, your former atheist, now a believer of a higher power slash creator. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm glad you found what works for you. These types of things happen in China too, but they wouldn't go selling it online for money. Probably unemployed, so new ways to earn money. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Call-in debates would be so freaking chaotic. Yeah, I got to get like a separate number for that because I want to keep the one on my channel open for only like business and like collaborations and shit. Sounded like Scammer Payback disconnect sound. Yeah, I think he uses Google Voice too. I wonder why you got shadow banned. I couldn't tell you, man. I'm just glad it's over with. Also, what's up, Winter Maniac? I'll probably start back doing debates soon. No, they get kind of fun. They get kind of fun. Are you planning on doing call-in debates? I really do. I got to set up another number for it though. Like the one I have now is Google Voice, so I don't know if there is iffy about suspending accounts as text now. It's like I did have a phone number for like call-in debates and shit, but it got suspended after a few calls and texts for no reason at all. Just why? I don't know. I guess they think that any new-ish number that's getting a lot of calls coming in is like a scammer or something. So, I peeled it. They never got back to me. So, for Google Voice, I don't know if that's the same deal. So I'm, keeping this one open. What if someone called you racial slurs? I've been called worse by better people, I can promise you. God wants us to have faith in him. Jesus died for you. He loves you no matter what. But we treat him like this. Please, guys, I wish to see you all in heaven one day. Like, okay, dude, chill out, man. Just chill out, man. Just chill. Chill. Just Jack, chill. Just chill. Just chill out, my man. Chill a little bit. But no, I don't. I've been, I've grown up on the internet. I've been called every slur in the book. Dealt with all the racism in the book. I can promise you. As long as it's happening on YouTube, not where on TikTok where I can get banned for it, then I mean I don't know, just say, oh damn, what else you got? What made you switch up? I just didn't see any evidence for God being real. That's really about it. Looked at the evidence sucked. It was bad. It was no good. It was terrible. It was dog shit even. So I left. Was implying you got shadow banned because you said you'd rather kill yourself to the guy on call. No, YouTube doesn't shadow ban for that. Like if you are in imminent danger to yourself and not just like joking like I was, then it's a community guidelines violation. Then they'll tell you about it and then like do that. But the support agent said my account was in good standing, so I don't know what happened. Christianity is no longer a good faith. I would agree. Looking at the way it's practiced, and especially the Western part of the world, at least from what I've seen, yeah, not very great. What's up, Muzz? Muzz? How you doing today, my fellow atheist? What ethnicity are you? I'm half black. Both of my grandfathers were black. I'm a quarter white. My dad's mom was of Polish descent, and I'm a quarter Native American. My mom's mom was Native. Did you ever read anything from the Quran? I've read the entire Quran once, and it's not for me. Till God to strike me down with lightning, or maybe turn me into salt. Yeah, salt shaker would be cool. Should I ask for God to turn me into salt, and just like if I get discovered, they can use me for pretzels and shit. That'd be pretty fun. So the only thing keeping you from believing in God through Christianity, the problem is, let me see here. So if the only thing keeping you from believing in God through Christianity, the problem is the question. Do you mind rephrasing that? I don't think I quite understood. What do you think happens once you die? I think that's just it. I think it's just you cease to exist, and that's just kind of it. It's like before you were born, basically. Um, Serious question. Be honest. How many people here feel like they legitimately live a great and amazing, happy life? I don't. I don't live a bad life. I don't live a very good one. I just live a mid life. My life is mid. Coke or Pepsi, neither. I'm not a fan of cola um, unless it's like I don't know, Dr Pepper or some shit. I couldn't tell you. Uh, what about all the historical books that were written by many people that weren't Christians, like texts? Like, take example of Roman guards at the tomb who wrote about what they saw. The Roman guards, was it actually the Roman guards, or was it just claimed to be the Roman guards? That's the big difference between that. There's, I forget the name of it. It's like maybe called stallometry or something. I don't know where they're able to figure out what was actually the true words of somebody based on previous things they wrote, and the general overwhelming consensus among scholars is that there's no such contemporary evidence for the existence of Jesus, his life, death, or resurrection. Just you'll get third hand at best. You'll get anonymous accounts at best. You'll get what we know are forged accounts at best. But first hand, no, nothing of the sort. Also, next Christian here, deconstructed about 2.5 years ago now. Hell yeah, man. How you holding up, dude? Good to see you. How's your day going? Did you see Satan's Guide to the Bible? Did you think it was great? I have not seen it, but it sounds hilarious. You hate soda, not gonna lie. I like some sodas. I just don't drink it very often. I'm not a super healthy person. I've never been. I used to be a lot worse. Right now I'm just, I got inconsistent eating habits rather than bad eating habits, but I've always liked water. When I was really, really big, my issue wasn't that I was always choosing the bad thing over the good thing. It's just that I always ate too much of no matter what I had. Like I had no issue with vegetables. I'll eat the vegetables in addition to like a whole chicken in one sit. If you don't believe in God, what's the purpose of life to you? I don't think there's an objective purpose. I don't think there's any sort of outside purpose that we can appeal to and access. I feel like it's up to us as individuals to figure it out for ourselves with our own lives. So for me, I think the purpose of my life, or at least the purpose I've ascribed to my life, is to make the lives of the people around me as easy as possible, and also to experience the things that I want to experience. But as far as an objective purpose, I don't believe in such a thing. Ex-Christian here too. You believed and prayed, none happened to me, but only failures and stress came up, so I stopped believing. Why'd you stop believing? I'm sorry to hear that, man. The yearning for God and the complete lack of answers is pretty frustrating. I can promise you, I've been there for sure. John 14 was a lie. But to answer your question, I stopped believing not because of the unanswered prayers, but because of just the lack of evidence. I did a honest, morally consistent, evidentially consistent, logically consistent deconstruction of what I believed in, and found that there was just no good reason to believe in it. You pray for you. You don't know what you're giving up on. You have a rudimentary understanding, and basing your choice on that. Open your hearts. Your minds are already open, so it fell out. Wow, so condescending and so loving. If you want to pray for me, if you want to talk to yourself on my behalf, go for it. But yeah, I have no reason to think that my search for evidence is unsatisfactory or like not thorough just because you don't find it satisfactory. 2,000 subscribers and your channel's been here since 2018. Your business line going to go real far. I don't know. Like, I can understand like not agreeing with me religiously, sure, but to try to insult, like just sneak in some sarcasm and be unloving when Jesus tells you to be loving, it's just, for me, my feelings aren't hurt, but like you might want to think twice about that if you actually believe in it. But to answer your question, I've only been making content since November of last year, and if you don't believe me, look at my videos, go to my oldest video and see the date on it. It's like November, maybe October last year. No, it was definitely November, or maybe even December. I'll check for myself really quickly. 1 second. Sort by. See, 5 months ago. Oh shit, December 26, 2024. That was my first video uploaded. And my first stream was on, oh, wouldn't you know it, December 23rd. So, I mean, 2,000 subscribers, 6 months. I think that's actually pretty fantastic. He gives us free wills to make his choices. He's a gentleman, does not force us to want or follow him. I don't think it's gentlemanly to throw people into eternal suffering just because they don't believe in you, but I mean, what would I know, right? And Jesus got nailed by a bunch of guys just saying, yeah, he asked 12 dudes to eat of his flesh. Happy Pride Month, by the way. How do you feel about the Nintendo Switch 2? I'm not huge on Nintendo, so I don't have any opinions about it. I saw the trailer or whatever for it, like the videos for it, and I mean, it's another console, right? Would you ever take the Shahada? Fuck no. I would not. You want evidence? Follow the trail of the Orthodox Church Fathers. If they believed it that Jesus actually rose from the dead, then we're it's the exact same issue. I couldn't care less about who's got the truest or most unaltered form of the fairy tale. I care about what if the fairy tale is true or not. You like Worm? Hell yeah. Just got to this live. Why don't you love God? I don't love God because I don't think God exists. So I can't love something I don't think exists. If you ask like why don't I believe in God, I just don't see any evidence for him. Happy Pride Month to you. Hell yeah, happy Pride Month. What's your sexuality, bro? I'm straight. Occasionally heteroflexible. That's really about it. Like, I'd say only romantically interested in women, only sexually interested in women, only physically attracted to women. For the most part, yeah, like 99% of the time. It's like maybe a couple dudes I'll see and be like, okay, yeah, they're attractive, sure, but that's about as far as I'll take it. What's an atheist? Somebody that doesn't believe in a god or gods. We throw ourselves in, huh? So it's my choice then whether or not I go. It's that simple, right? They say, oh, he's a gentleman. You make the choice, and he doesn't sing you to hell. You sing yourself. But sure enough, if I say, okay, well, I just choose not to go, but I don't believe it exists, and all of a sudden, no, you have to believe and do all the things and the whatever and LOL heteroflexible. The hell is that? Google is free. Google is free. Scott blocked me last time he was on cause. I planted some mustard seeds. Oh no, we're coming back to harass me. Okay, got you. Skadoosh. Take care. Have a good rest of your night. You will be back on another account. They always are. By all means come back, but you know, I can just as a fair warning, you're going to have to make new accounts. It's only going to take me about maybe 2 seconds to click block on the account, so see how much time you want to get into it. Do you believe everything came from absolutely nothing? I do not. You should turn back Christian. I'll pass. I'll pass on that. 10-minute debate. Nah, I'm good on that, man. What's up, Desai? How you doing? I don't typically do debate on here. I'll probably do it for like one-on-one off stream, and then I'll just upload it or something, unedited or whatever, because better exchange of thoughts, not performative. And also, I don't want to close off the discussion for the people watching. Any advice? Advice for what in particular? Is Jesus a top or a bottom? He asked 12 dudes to eat of his flesh. That's pretty alpha. I'd say he's a bottom. A top. I think he's maybe like a power bottom at best. Enjoy hell, laughing emoji. I won't be seeing you there since I'll be with Jesus. Thank you for the Christian love. I appreciate it. Why don't you believe in God? Just lack of evidence. Dude, you want to help save you, but I can't if you don't. I don't think there's anything to save me from, dude. If you really want to save me, show that what you believe in is true, right? I could promise you, I've heard the theodicies, the theology, the excuses, and the made up shit for sure. I've heard it all. I can promise you. The fact that there's no new argument I've heard in I shit you not, over a year shows that I think I've heard it all by now. But if it's anything other than what I believe is true, and here's the objective evidence that it's true, then there's no way to quote unquote save me from it. I already answered you, Jack. Do you believe life after death? Do you believe there's a higher power or just nothing? I don't believe in life after death. No, I think you just cease to exist when you die. And do I believe there's a higher power or just nothing? I don't believe there's a higher power, or I don't believe that there is a mind that created everything. I'll say it that much. Always love asking everyone what's the best advice they have ever. Oh, the best advice I've ever received. Shoot. The best advice I've ever received. Probably from my deceased friend. I'm not almost said his name. He had a really distinctive name, so I'm glad I didn't say it. But he said, "Just stop giving a fuck," and I took that to heart. This shit's not gonna matter at the end of it all. One day the sun's gonna explode. None of this shit's gonna matter. Just live your life, right? Energy doesn't die. Why would your soul? I don't believe I have a soul, right? Like, prove a soul, you know? Some serious arrogance to think the magic man who created the universe invites you to his palace in the sky. Yeah. Even more, that's why I really, kind of laugh to myself when people call me arrogant or narcissistic or self centered or whatever. Meanwhile, they think that the creator of everything created an otherwise empty universe just for us. That seems, you know. Do you think that your disillusionment has overshadowed the utility of religion on the less robust mind? Do you think that my disillusionment has overshadowed the utility of religion on the less robust mind society? I'm guessing, am I too disenfranchised by the religion itself that I ignore that people derive good things from it? If so, I would say kinda and no. I do acknowledge that people can derive good things from it. Like, I got a couple friends that beat addiction. I don't know. I mean, she's dead now anyway, but when she was a fentanyl addict, she, turned to God to, you know, to in NA to get off of that, and it worked for her. And even though I don't think it's true, I'm glad that worked for her. Just because it worked for her doesn't make it true. But again, I'm glad for it. So I say, in that regard, yes. But also, I think there's just a little bit too much harm being done for me to not be, me to not have a valid reason to be disillusioned with it. If that makes any sense. You made a bingo sheet. Ooh, let's see it. So scriptures aren't proof. No, scriptures are the claim. Scriptures aren't proof. Scriptures are not proof for the same reason that the Quran is not proof that Islam is actually true and that everything else is false, or that the Vedas and the Gitas are true and that Hinduism is true and that everything else is false. Don't you think you have a reason to be born? I don't think an objective reason. No. How do you overcome the fear of death / the afterlife? Realize that it's inescapable. Is what really did it for me. I mean, I know it seems kind of counterintuitive, but you got to think about it for a second. There's nothing that you're gonna do to stop the fact that you're gonna die eventually. Nothing. It's nothing. It's you are gonna die eventually. Eventually, the universe is gonna get way too cold to sustain life. No energy whatsoever. The sun's gonna explode billions of years before that. So if you can't stop the finality of it, the fact that you're here should be a beautiful thing. And so if you do agree that it's a beautiful thing, live as if it's a beautiful thing. And you'll be too preoccupied with shoving all the good things into your life and your experience that you kind of forget that it's going to end eventually, right? But I mean, at least that's what works for me. What do you think is going to happen after you die? I think you just cease to exist. Like, you go back to experiencing the same thing that you did before you were born, basically. Were you Protestant or Catholic? I was Protestant. No matter what mistake I make, the sun's still gonna explode. Yeah, exactly. I could go shit in the street right now and have the police called on me, have them take me in, send me to a mental hospital. As embarrassing, humiliating, and expensive as that will be, eventually the sun's gonna explode. So I'm not gonna say who cares. I mean, we all care now, right? But at the end of it all, who cares? There's going to be nobody to care. Do you still respect other religions and their beliefs? I respect people's right to believe what they're convinced of, and I respect people's the people that believe in it until they prove that I have a good reason not to. But as far as the beliefs itself, if the beliefs lead to harmful ideas, then no, I don't respect that. Are you interested in a debate? No, not right now. 151 people watching. I like to keep the conversation open rather than just like relegate it to one person. I'll probably start doing that eventually, but it's not right now. Putting the verse in caps will make us take you serious. Oh, did somebody do? Why am I asking? Of course they did. Try Catholicism or Orthodoxy? No. It's like asking me to try blueberry shit when it's like, oh, here's some blueberry flavored diarrhea. Oh, you spit that out? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Here's some strawberry flavored diarrhea. It's like, at the end of the day, it's still diarrhea. Do you believe there's no point? I agree. I don't think there's an objective point to anything, or like some point outside of our minds. to everything, but I don't think that deprives us of our ability to ascribe a point to the life we live in. You know. Read Mainlander. What's that? Very focused on death in here just to make yourself aware. Some more work to be done. I don't know. Oh, what's up, Joshua? Could you imagine how horrifying it would be if humanity lived long enough to witness the big crunch or the heat death? That would fucking suck, dude. That would suck. And like everything except for our planet was just, you know, running out of energy. Galaxies just running out of energy, and we're just confined to doing nothing to stop it and have to watch it. That would fucking suck. Are you open minded to coming back to Christianity? I'd say yes and no. I'm open to figuring out whether or not it's true, but open to becoming a Christian, as in worshiping God, probably not. Because then the issue would go from me not believing that it's true to just believing that God's a sick fuck. Jeffeth, stop spamming, dude. Stop spamming. Stop your spamming. We don't do that. Your voice is nice to listen to. I appreciate that. Thank you. Evel, what you doing? How you doing today? How's your day? How's your night? How's everything going for you? You can't prove the sun's going to explode objectively. Sure you can. We have a sun. We know how the sun works. We know eventually the sun's going to do what the countless other suns in our universe have done, and they're going to eventually supernova, which is going to happen. Do you believe in the devil? I don't believe in the devil. No, I think the devil's also fictional. Do you believe in the Big Bang now? I believed in the Big Bang, or acknowledged the Big Bang, ever since I was a Christian. There was never a point where I didn't acknowledge that it was true, because back when I was a Christian and first learning about it, I just was like, okay, yeah, it's true, obviously. I mean, you know, they gave the evidence for it, but, you know, it's just that God caused it. I was of that kind of dishonest camp. You get me? Why stream about God if he's not real? So I host these streams and make these videos to offer a look into an atheist and ex-Christian perspective, to encourage critical thinking, to provide an opportunity to engage fairly and honestly with someone with a different worldview, and to have a little bit of fun. That's why I do these streams. But if you're asking, like, what's my drive for doing these streams, people use their beliefs for some harmful shit, and they don't know why they believe the things that they do sometimes. So I'm here to bridge that gap a little bit. I feel like it needs to be addressed. The Big Bang doesn't negate Christianity. I would say if you're not taking Genesis literally, sure, but you know, that's definitely that was my theodicy back when I believed, but you know, I'm failing to see how I ever applied such a thing. Not spamming, but how did you change? I looked at the evidence and saw that the evidence fucking sucked, so that's why I left. Weird how the church wanted the punishment for open discussion of heliocentric theory to be execution. Kind of funny how that works, right? And then I'll get chuckle fucks coming in here saying like, oh, well, you know, the George Lamet was a Catholic priest, and he, you know, came up with the primeval atom theory or whatever, came up with the Big Bang. And I'm like, all right, dude, yeah, let's just ignore the hundreds of years of Christian suppression of scientific discovery. Just be, yeah, sure, why not? 1 second, give me a quick second. It is hot as fuck in the room, dude. My heater. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. We're back. I love God. He is ARE. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's getting screenshotted. I need this. This is going in the zoo immediately. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry, Braxton, but you gotta go in the zoo. Copy Discord, the zoo, Control V, skadoosh. There we go. All right, we're back. We are so back. We're back. Read Acts 2:38, guys. Only way to go to heaven. I've read the Bible twice, dude. I've read the Bible twice. I came out of it thinking that it was false. So I'm not sure how you think that that's going to fix anything by appealing to the Bible. Also, if you continue to spam, I'm going to mute you for the rest of the stream. Now you use your free will to decide if you want to get muted or not. Why atheism, religion is flawed? Yes, but to me, there's an intelligent creator. I have no reason to think even that much is true. So that's why I'm an atheist. I just don't see a good reason to believe in any God, so I just don't believe in one. How do you think your ability? How do you think you got your ability to reason and logic? Maybe I was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. No, but a lot of people are just born more predisposed to it, which explains why a lot of people can't read past the sixth grade level in the most powerful country on the planet, apparently. But I don't know. It's a lot of research, a lot of study, and a lot of honesty. Those things will do it. If people never had religion whatsoever, they only believed in the observable, then science wouldn't have been a thing. I'm failing to see how the willingness to deviate from the current facts of reality in order to make new discoveries about reality means that I should give any sort of credence to religion whatsoever. Do you believe there's something out there that's a mastermind of the events unfolding? Absolutely not. People act like any of us haven't read the Bible. I've read it 3 times, and I'm reading it a fourth time. The two is enough for me, but yeah, it's yeah, I can promise. There's nothing you can tell me about what the Bible says is going to make me believe in Christianity again. Let's see what we got here. Generate card. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, this is fun. Oh man, I'm not gonna remember to play it right now, but that is hilarious. I gotta put that in my link tree or something. Add to it and stuff. Yeah, that's great. Good job, Rip. How are you gonna feel if slash when you find out he's real post life? Are you ready for that fate? Absolutely, I am. I'm 100% ready if because here's the thing: if my moral system actually came from, if God is real, then that means my morality came from God. If my morality came from God, then the fact that I believe that it's unjust to send somebody to hell just because they don't believe that somebody exists is unjust came from God. Um, and if that means that came from God, then that means I'm going to be morally consistent even now and in death and in judgment as well. If the God that so happens to exist is one that cares so much about people believing in it that it wants you to, it's willing to send you to hell for not believing in it, then that God's a piece of shit and I have no control over that. But, trying to imply or fearmonger to me that I should believe in it and should give more credence to it just because we claim that it's real, it's not going to fly with me. So I'm fully prepared for it. I'm fully prepared to either see a piece of shit God or see a fair God or see nothing. The only difference between theism and atheism is that theism believes in miracles and atheism only believes in one miracle, the creation of the creation of the created. Yeah, that sounds like bait. I'm not going to bite on it. I'm not trying to make you believe in Christianity again. I'm just saying a belief in things we can't see affecting our situation as humans is what led to science. Okay, great. That's fantastic, Sam. Fantastic. Love it. If taco are yes, then it's purple the sky. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. You're not an atheist, but you truly appreciate your willingness to have this convo. Very insightful, and I'll still be praying for you. Much love. I appreciate you being here, Nate. Have a good rest of your night. See what created the Big Bang. It's impossible to know scientifically what caused the Big Bang to happen. There's no physical verdict on it. Physics and physicists can't make any sort of claims about it because they don't know, because our laws of physics break down past the point of the expansion. But ask me personally, I just have no reason to think that the stuff that expanded didn't always exist in some form. If you could eat one food for the rest of your life without getting sick of it, what would you like to eat? Without getting sick of it, probably pizza with everything on it, so I can get my macros in. Get some sugar, get some pineapple on there. I don't know, like some bacon. That's plenty of protein. All sorts of meats on there. All sorts of veggies. Hell yeah, pizza's my favorite food, regardless. So I'm already at a position where I could eat pizza like every day and probably not get tired of it. Fellow Christian turned atheist, here is your corner. Here in your corner. Oh, I thought you were presenting a corner to me. Like, I don't need another corner, dude. Also, but welcome in. How you doing tonight? Nerds for Card Games Productions. Hell yeah. Saying you'd believe in God because at least if it exists and you're right really is a low IQ take. I'd agree. I don't see anybody believing in anti-God just because anti-God would send you to hell for believing in a false God. They don't entertain that idea, so why should I entertain the thought experiment of Christianity? Do I believe in microevolution? Both, micro and macro. If we evolve and that evolution is, that's defined as evolution, then and we've been around for billions of years, and yeah, we've evolved. So there's macro evolution as well. Love how you discarded the comment about who created the creation. Because here's the thing, dude. It's bait. It's bait. Discard bait. Saying, oh, atheists believe in one miracle. I've dealt with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of you. It's bait. Saying, oh, will you believe in one miracle? Oh, atheists have faith. Atheism is a religion. I've learned how to recognize earnest answers and questions, and also bait. So if you want to ask why do things exist at all, like reformat it in a way that makes me think that you're being honest and not being disingenuous or obtuse, I will love to talk to you. But if you're going to try to bait, I don't know what to tell you. I don't engage in bait. I don't bite on bait as much as humanly possible. So don't bait. I don't know what to tell you. Thoughts on moral objectivism? I'm up in the air about it. I'm really up in the air about it. Moral realism and moral subjectivism both have like some decent points that they make. So I'm really up in the air about it. Who created the creator? Exactly. At some point, something had to come from nothing. That means the universe could have as well. I wouldn't disagree. I would disagree on something having to come from nothing. I would say that something had to have always existed, rather. But who's to say? Let's see here. Oh, we just pivoted. Okay, you don't go to hell because you don't believe. You go to hell because you reject God. Are you rejecting Santa Claus? Or do you just not believe in Santa Claus? What if he comes tomorrow? Most of you would not be with me. Are you sure you would even be with you? This isn't bait. I'm genuinely curious. I'm not saying my stream is bait or anything. Somebody else is just trying to be baiting. Be baiting. They're trying to bait me and trying to be performative. Be take away from the rest of the discussion. So they don't like that I'm not biting on it. Moral objectivism is not a real thing. I get what they were getting at, like moral realism, but so I just answered it as if that were the case. Even if you don't accept, Jesus still loves you either way. Well, that's good for him. That's good for him. What if anything would make you believe in God? God coming down, tapping me on the shoulder, and having a conversation with me would make me believe in it. But other than that, this is probably not a good way to at this point. All the logical arguments suck. So, unless there's like some new fandangle argument out there that's like getting ready to drop or something, the arguments suck. The history, the consensus on it, or at least the lack of consensus for it, is a good reason to not act like there's any meat on those bones. Same with the archaeology. So, God literally coming down is probably going to be the best way. Honestly, who created the creation is physics. All right, I'll answer you. I'll just answer your question and act like you weren't trying to originally bait me. So to say that something is creation is going to front load a creator. If the more intentional word to use is existence. If something exists, then operating off of that is the most neutral you could possibly go, one way or the other. It's possible for something to be existing with under either an atheistic worldview or a theistic worldview. But once you want to claim that existence is creation, then it automatically tries to front load a theistic worldview. So I don't believe that what exists is creation. I believe is existence. And whether or not it was created existence or not, it's just existence. So hope this answers your question. Type 1 if you don't believe in Jesus. Got you. Having complete faith in an unprovable force is stupid. I would say I agree. Or at the very least, we should work to figure out why we believe these things, rather. Right. How in your own theory do you think we have a conscience? I think it's just an emergent property of a working brain. Your brain works. It's formed in the way it's formed. It's evolved to be that way, and it allowed for you to have a conscious experience. That's where all the evidence so far tends to lead us. Comparing God to Santa Claus is the best comparison. If you're good and believe in Jesus, you go to heaven. If you're good and believe in Santa, you get toys. Easy as pie. Yeah, exactly. But If you're rejecting Santa Claus, then you're going to get coal in your stocking. You don't get coal in your stocking because um, you get coal in your stocking by rejecting Santa Claus, basically. And rejecting apparently just means not believing it to be true. Hope you have an amazing day tomorrow. Take care. I will try my best. I most likely won't, though. Have a good rest of your night, Isaiah. Thank you for being here. Devil used to be an angel when he joined the dark side. Why did God create the devil knowing he was going to join the dark side? Boo. Ah, shit. Why'd you do that? You scared me. Still believe it's your decision. It's your decision. It's not really a decision. It's where I landed after honestly looking at the evidence. I didn't choose to stop believing in God any more than I chose to stop believing in Santa Claus. Would you argue that the smarter, more educated someone becomes, closer they are to atheism? That's where the evidence tends to lead us. Yeah, I think it's the Pew Research Center that came out with a study showing a positive correlation between higher education and lack of religious belief. Funny how that works. Creation exists, right? How did existence come to be? There we go. We're asking more intentional questions. It's impossible to say. I think that what exists has always existed in some form. In maybe a different form, post expansion, condensed into matter that formed the universe as we know it so far. Possible. You know, confirmable, but past that we don't know. So I don't know, but that's my guess. You have my sub. Oh, thank you, Desai Kenny. I appreciate the subscription. Welcome in. What about Spinoza's God? A non-personal God explains creation/existence. I think at that point you might as well just be an atheist, right? Just saying that things in the way that they are, I'm just going to call it God. I mean, I just see no reason to even call it God at that point, Theory the devil and God work together. Why else would Satan punish people who go against God? Or just playing good cop, bad cop? Yeah, solid. Respect everyone's opinions. Honestly, religion is such a personal choice. Personal conviction, for sure. You're just agnostic. Basically, I don't know, man. How would I know? I'm agnostic as well. I just don't think that, it's like the position of something that's outside of everything we can use to verify it, it's going to be unfalsifiable one way or the other. So I have no choice but to admit I'm agnostic about it. But that being said, if it's presented without any sort of evidence whatsoever, I'm going to do the same with it that I do with everything else presented without evidence and call it non-existent. What's confirmable? Definitely not that everything just already existed. If you have any evidence to show that the universe came to existence from non-existence, go get your Nobel Prize. The earth is flat. It's not flat. We do know something that comes in movement has to be put into movement by something or someone. That's the proof there's a creator, be it a person or something. Again, I'm not seeing how the second law of thermodynamics, I think it's the second law, applies to the entirety of the universe when we don't even know if the universe is a closed system or not. So using half of a law of physics to get to what you know is, what is a God figure. Let's not be obtuse. You believe in God, but then to say like, oh, it has to be something, whether or not it's God, it's just not gonna cut it for me. Are you equivalently agnostic to the existence of God with the existence of unicorns? I'd say less so for that, because like it makes perfect sense if we're humans and we have the ability to know what horses look like, and we also know what horns look like. Then we could just like put the two together, so it makes a lot more sense. I could say the same about God too. It's just like if we know what a mind does and how minds work, and all we could just use that to anthropomorphize answers to the question of where everything came from. Like fair enough, but if we claim that unicorns exist in our reality, then I can toss it away without evidence. Same way I toss away God without evidence. So I mean, maybe, I don't know. Why would you take that chance? What chance? Like not believing in God? I take just as much of a chance as everybody else does. If a God is real that wants you to be an atheist, I'm good, and everybody else is fucked. So just claiming pros and claiming cons for things that we can't substantiate is not a good reason enough for me to think I'm taking some sort of chance when I don't believe in such a thing. Weren't unicorns based off of rhinos? I think so. Definitely had your issues with people pushing me around trying to force beliefs. It's stupid to bully someone into thinking the same way. Yeah, it is, but what can you do, right? How do you feel about Spinoza's God? I get why people have this sort of like kind of pantheistic, like bordering pantheistic idea of a god, but I mean, at that point, if we can just use describe like the laws of nature and everything that like the harmony of the universe, the laws of it, and everything, and just call that God, I'm gonna continue calling it not God, right? Doesn't matter if it's closed. This issue is that the universe was started. If so, where's your Nobel Prize? Because I'm going to pull up an article really quickly showing that there's no scientific consensus about the fact that the universe and everything that exists in it had a cause, like came to existence from non-existence. Like you can argue matter condensed into matter, but the stuff that it condensed from could have always existed in some form just like that or another form. So if you want to misunderstand the Big Bang, sure, go for it, but me actively telling you that you're incorrect about it and I can show you you're incorrect about it in front of literally 86 people right now, if you want me to, doesn't constitute you being correct about it. And if you agree that that's the case, never mind. I got distracted toward the end there. Where's everybody dropping F? Dropped your water bottle on your face, please, guys. F. Don't say F, dude. Please don't do, dude. No. All right. If you put F's in the chat, I'm going to think the stream disconnected. Thoughts on utilitarianism? Utilitarianism. I can't even think about what that means right now. Let me look it up really quickly. Something about utility. I know that for sure, but let's see here. Judge us the morality of actions based on their consequences. Like any moral system, it's going to have its drawbacks and it's going to have its pros too. So I have to look more into it and then look at potential implications of it before I give you like my thoughts about it. Meaning I won't be able to do so this stream. I'm so sorry. If you reject Jesus, you will go to another painful judgment in hell. That when your judgment is over, will have to bow your knee, repent, humble yourself, and praise God. Why not accept Jesus? That sounds fucking psychotic. I want you to know that. From somebody who doesn't believe in it from the outside in, that sounds fucking awful. I just whether or not it's true, let's put that to the side for a second. Just think about that for a second. You will be judged for not believing in this thing, and then you'll be forced to bow down and repent. Like, you worship submission. I would say you're in a cult, but you're in like the most decentralized cult ever. If you were God and planning to reveal yourself, but you already saw the future, and doing so humanity loses its marbles, would you still reveal itself? Loses its marbles. I guess it depends, right? If I were God, people believing I exist wouldn't be like, not believing I exist wouldn't carry any sort of punishment with it. So if I could just say, okay, well, there's good coming to everybody, if I were the arbiter of that, then it wouldn't matter it wouldn't matter if I reveal myself or not. So I just wouldn't, if there's like some sort of bad that comes with it, right? It is a cult. It's about as close to a cult as you can get. I like to be more intentional with the words because, like, technically, things got to be a lot more centralized for it to be a cult. And it's, Christianity's on every continent, but yeah, cult. Cult-like behavior, I'll say. How do you know you were a Christian to begin with before you decided atheism? So if you accept the definition of a Christian to be somebody who believed that God is real and that Jesus was the Son of God and that he died for your sins, rose again on the third day, so that you may have everlasting life and all that shit, then definitionally I was a Christian. If you want to try to define some other shit like Christians have to believe this, until the day they die, in which case you believe that nobody's a Christian if they're still alive, because you can still have the opportunity to return from it while you're still alive. So yeah, I call myself a Christian because I used to fit the definition of what a Christian was, or at least the most widely accepted definition was. God gives us free will. Us don't believe in God because there's no real proof. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Makes a lot more sense if this was like a human rightness, and makes no sense whatsoever if this was like the inspired word of God. Repent and turn back. None for me, thanks. A cult is generally defined as a group with unusual, often extreme religious, spiritual, or philosophical beliefs and rituals, often centered around a charismatic leader. In that regard, yeah, cult. What do you think about the LGBTQIA? I have no positive or negative opinions about them. They're just people. Um, who somebody has sex with or who somebody's attracted to means literally jack shit to me. I wish I could make him. I really wish I could put myself in the shoes of people that are homophobic. I really want to. I want to just so I can see where they're coming from, but I just can't bring myself to possibly care that much about what somebody else is doing with other consenting adults. So, um, yeah, no, they're just people. Love them as much as I love everybody else, which is to say, I hate them all, every single last person that exists. I'm just kidding. Bro, tell the truth. Have you ever studied Satan? Have ever studied? What is there to study? Bible says treat your neighbors as you would treat yourself. Does not matter. Oh, tell that to the Christians in the chat then. Oh, what makes you think you were a Christian indeed? I already answered that, man. I don't know what else to tell you at that point. What is an atheist? Somebody that doesn't believe in God. That's what an atheist is. Let's see what we got here. Were you actually Christian, or did your family give you that label? I was a Christian. I believed these things. The people that I trusted told me the information. I had no access to other. Not wouldn't say no access. I didn't see a reason to question that information. Therefore, I genuinely believe the things. Right. Just be Muslim and you're going to be answered. I would. You know what? Never mind. No. Just respectfully, no. I'll leave it at that. You're a lapsed Catholic married to a Muslim, went to a Hindu wedding 2 weekends ago. Lots of atheist family too. Family and in-laws trying to convert me off. And you're just getting it from you're getting it from every fucking direction, dude. Holy shit. Hindu wedding married to a Muslim. Good God. You stay sane. I don't think I could do it. But no, welcome in, dude. Good to see you. Honey? I don't know. Heard people who believed in God was a good person, but then they stopped believing in God and became a bad person. Thoughts? They probably weren't a very good person to begin with at that point, right? If the threat of eternal punishment is all you need to, it's the only thing that's keeping you in line, then I mean you're not a very empathetic person. Like for me, I didn't desire to kill or rape anybody when I was a Christian, and then now that I know there's no eternal punishment waiting for me if I do these things, I still don't desire to do these things because I have empathy. So suppression of your lack of empathy doesn't mean that you're suddenly not you guys should add type F or type 1 to the bingo card as well. Dude, no. No. Maybe type 1, but yeah, please stop with the F. I keep thinking I've disconnected or something. Why'd you turn away from Christ? I just didn't see any evidence that God was real. I looked at the evidence. Evidence wasn't good. So I did the same thing with the evidence that I do with everything else and threw it away. You sound like all your knowledge is based on the Bible. If you truly care about knowing about the truth, then you would go beyond the Bible. Is that what you actually think, or are you just trying to make up something to try to throw away any potential research that I did under the bus? Because if I were to believe every single Christian on their hypothesis or their diagnosis of the stringency of my research, I would have to believe that nothing, and I mean nothing, short of giving my life to Christ was good enough. So, do you actually believe that? Yes or no? Just be honest. If the honest answer is no, you don't, you just like try to say that to get me to think differently for a second, then you don't even have to respond. Right. Do you believe that Jesus existed or was a total myth? I'm really, really up in the air about it. Just really up in the air. I couldn't make my mind up about it one way or the other. All your answers are based on the Bible. Are they really? Are they really? How long were you a believer for? I was a believer until I was 19. I started deconstructing at 18, and then at 19, that's when I knew I was an atheist. What's the purpose of the stream? The purpose of the stream is to get people to critically think about why they believe the things that they do and to engage honestly and fairly with somebody with a different worldview. That's what the point of the stream is typically. See here, you don't care about humanity if you support promotion of homosexuality. Which is gayer to? I just want to get a. I'm going to put a poll in the chat really quickly. Um, one second. Oh goodness. Oh man, it's only 35 characters. Yeah, let's start this poll really quickly. All right, there we go. There we go. No, let's do it. Let's put a poll up. All right, vote in the poll. I just gotta know this. I gotta know. I gotta know. Like, let's get this on the let's get this on the record really quickly. Which is gayer? Being literally gay or spending your free time thinking about what other gay people do? So far 62%. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna close the poll in like a few seconds. Get your votes in, get your votes in. Uh for me, I'm gonna go with thinking about men sucking penis is gonna be far gayer than actually doing it yourself. That's just me though. Spending your free time thinking about this shit, really? Thinking about the implications of sucking dick. Are we fucking joking, dude? I'm gonna say that's gayer every single day of the week. Every single day. Dude, you're gay. I'm not gay. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In poll. All right. Final final results. Thinking about men sucking penis, 62%. Sucking penis yourself, 37%. Yeah, I agree with the poll. I think it's I think it's just oh man. I think if we're thinking this hard about the implications of what people who consent to sex with one another do in their free time, then I don't know, maybe we're just a little bit we got some sugar in the tank ourselves. Did you get unshadow banned? It looks to be the case, yeah. I'm not back to my old exposure, but I think I'll get there eventually. But for now, I think we're chilling. Also, what's up, Moose? How you doing today? The poll needs more context. If someone thinks about the actor in Pulse Bite, or someone thinking about it and likes it. I think both, honestly. Right? Like, because just to keep it 100% real with you, maybe I can only speak for myself. I can honestly say I spend maybe I don't fucking know, dude. Like the all of 3 seconds a day thinking about other people sucking penis. And the literal only time I think about it is when I'm looking through my beacons or something, and like, changing a link or something like that, and seeing my joke grinder link, and then think, that's funny that I put that in there, and then call it a day. That's it. That's all I think about it. You couldn't pay me to go to somebody else's stream where they're talking about religion, and then to to bring up the implications of people sucking dick. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you, man. That makes two of us. That makes two of us. Yeah, I can promise you, as sorry as you feel for me, I feel doubly as sorry for you. That is a sorry, sorry way to think. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Sam, who's your favorite musical artist? Elton John, Saucy Santana. I care about humanity and I'm bisexual, which is like in both men and women. Hell yeah. Let's get a W for the B in LGBT. We have a see you in hell for the bingo sheet. I'm not playing it right now because I'm paying attention to the comments, but yeah, I'll probably like, I don't know, I'll figure something out. I want to integrate the bingo sheet somewhere. This is what I say. It doesn't matter what other people do. If they're part of the LGBTQI plus, let them be. It's not your job to go to them, tell them to go repent to God. Let them be. Yeah, exactly. I'll never get it. I'll just never get it. Even when I was a Christian, like while I had unfortunate ideas about what happens to them if they didn't repent or whatever, I could never honestly say that I thought about it myself, like thought about what they do myself, or B cared that much to talk about it outside of somebody bringing it up to me. Never. I can really honestly truly say that. Enough to go into other people's random chats where they're talking about religion, saying if you promote homosexual, like promotion of homosexuality will be the end of the world. It's just like you're thinking about it that much, just just on the spot, just out of context. How am I supposed to believe that you're not somebody like secretly, just slurping slop? You get me? I don't know, or wanting to slurp slop at least. Do you agree with any ideas in the Bible, such as love others above yourself, or literally anything in any book? Love thy neighbor hits pretty hard, but other than that, probably like I'll say it like this: the things that I take from the Bible, I don't necessarily need the Bible to think, because love thy neighbor, treat others as you would treat yourself. These are things that existed before Christianity and aren't exclusive to it. So, yes and no. If Jesus died for our sins, why are children being hurt and worse? Fantastic question. I'll do you one better. I hear often that free will is the reason that children go through all sorts of awful shit. Are the children using their free will to either get cancer or, be violated in some ways? I really sure as fuck hope that no Christian thinks that. Do you believe in karma? I don't personally believe in karma. No, I think it's just, I think karma's just cope. I think it's just cope. Who the hell starts a conversation like that? I just sat down. Started. Oh, it's probably somebody else. Just said that the whole world became gay. Humanity's done. That's it, and y'all can't refute that. People could still adopt, right? People could still do IVF, and people could also just have sex with each other for the purposes of reproduction without actually being attracted to the person they're having sex with, right? So, you don't even have a leg to stand on with that one. Like we're we're going out awful. We're just going out bad, dude. We're just going out horrific. Anyway, you make me laugh, and you make me smile. Appreciate you being here. Cope is saying God ain't real. It's if you think it's cope, like what? Okay, I'll bite. Why not? I'll bite a bait. I'll bite it. What am I coping with? What's the cope here? Where innocent people being wrongfully convicted and tormented, and same shit, tormented in prisons. Yeah, good question. Fantastic question. All right, you're out. Gotta go random dial the phone until you get Jungkook on the line. Have a great stream. Have a good rest of your night. Hi, Inquisitor. Appreciate you being here. Take care. Take care. Gays can save the world. I was gonna make such a bad joke. Do you think Leviticus 18:22 is mistranslated? I can't remember Leviticus 18:22. Give me a second. Ugh. See here, do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman. That is detestable. I honestly don't know if it was mistranslated or not. I'll say, um, I'll err toward no. I think it's easier for me to believe that just like ancient peoples were, among the ways that they try to suppress sexuality in general for people, that they just were trying to suppress, homosexuality too. And was common long before the Torah was written, common in the Quran, common in other religions after the fact. So, possible. I don't know enough about the Hebrew in order to give you an answer for it, but I err toward my hunch is no. My hunch is no. I see your mom would tell you to go to all your friends that are part of the LGBTQIA plus and tell them to stop. It's not that fast. I'm transgender and bi. My mom said that they should be in the army so they die. That is fucked up, dude. You couldn't pay me to think that. Like, firstly, I'm so sorry to hear that. Secondly, you just You could not pay me to care that much about it. You couldn't pay me to. Outside of doing this stream, during doing this stream, I don't even think about it. Don't even talk about it. Like, you care that much about what other consenting adult human beings are doing with other consenting adult human beings? Are we fucking joking? Do you have a dirt bike? I do not have a dirt bike, no. Reproduction and making sure humans keep populating is like the least of our concerns. Right. I would say we should probably make a world for babies to thrive in rather than just popping out more and more and more kids. Do you think your criticisms of God could just be proof of how sinful of the world really is, how we may really need a savior, as in Jesus? I'm not seeing the link there. Like, what criticisms of God would, like, give me an example, I should say. What do you think of the protests in LA? I don't keep up with the news. What are they protesting now? What are they protesting? Your only concern for humanity. I think in theory, in practice though, doubtful. Very, very doubtful. Highly doubtful. I think we're just trying to use our personal bigotry to concern troll. So, doubtful. But no, what are they protesting? Weird fun fact, 95% of wild foxes are homosexual. Well, shit. Damn. Well, must be doing something right. Jesus loves you no matter what. Okay, L. Thank you. I'll make sure to write that down on a slip of paper and eat it for dinner. I guess. Got your baked onion and peas? What's good, skeptic? That sounds like a it sounds like a 13th century peasant food. I'll be completely honest with you. They're protesting the earthquakes? What's the protesting earthquakes? They're protesting earthquakes? Seriously? How's protesting gonna stop it? I don't know. You don't have a lot of empathy. That's true. You don't have time to. Oh yeah, well, I could have figured that out on my own. You're cool. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Desai. Sam's definitely 13. Sam strikes me more as like somebody who's like 32 and doesn't have a lot going on with their life. I mean, fair enough. I'm almost 30 myself, but, you know, 46. Oh, yeah. I was about right. The protest in immigration, too. Oh, yeah. I really, you would think for somebody on Threads, Blue Sky, and Twitter that I would keep more up with the news, but I just don't keep up with it. It's so doomerish now, but yeah, no comments on the ICE situation, dude. It's just, it depresses me every time I think about it. You don't think they're actually protesting earthquakes? You could tell me literally anything about the news, and at this point, I'd believe you, you know? Because imagine if I told, imagine telling a 2008 version of yourself that one day a 34-time convicted rapist would get elected for president. The reality TV star would get elected for president. You would think that's a joke. Yet here we are. Let's see here. Turn to God and he'll take away your sins. L, I'm not sure what like repeating catchphrases is what you think that's gonna do. You know, like if you're a person and not a machine, talk to me like a person. Just over catchphrases. Jesus loves you. Turn to God. Whatever the fuck. Just sit down. Take many seats. Take a sip of water. Chill out for a second. Okay. We're both people. You know, I understand wanting to proselytize, but having a dialogue outside of just let me repeat the catchphrases and hope they stick like thousands of people before you have done, it's just not going to happen, man. Sorry. Fun fact, cave diving is the most dangerous type of diving. You couldn't pay me to cave dive, dude. Y'all heard, you know about the Nutty Putty cave incident? It's a really, you know, I say popular, infamous one about that guy that got like stuck upside down. It's the one they make all the memes about and shit. That seems like an awful way to die. Awful, terrible way to die. And all you gotta do to avoid dying like that is just not squeeze yourself into caves. Come on, man. How old do you think you're going to live to? 80, 90, 100, 110, 120? Honestly, I don't think I'm going to make it that far. I don't feel as if I'm supposed to live that long. My dad died when he was in his late 40s. I think I might make it to my 50s if I'm lucky. And that's about it. My genes are too bad, man. I got too many genetic diseases from all sides coming into play. Also, stressed, depressed, fan of cigarettes. Cigarette smoker. Granted, I'm not a pack a day. I'm like a pack a week, but even still, that's one cigarette ever is too many cigarettes for sure. Um, you know, Fan of beer drinker. So, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it that long. I'm good, but I'm here for a good time, not a long time. No exact number for atheists worldwide, but estimates range from 450 to 500 million, which is roughly 7% of the global population. The closer we get that number to 100, the better. It's weird how in the Bible some people live to be like 1,000. Yeah, even Noah made the ark when he was like 900. This dude just hundreds of years old making a big ass ark for all of the animals on the planet. Yeah, it's totally true story, man. Feel I'm gonna die at 55. Got too many health issues in the family. Yeah, same. I don't think I'm gonna make it all that far, but I'm cool dying early. I'm just, the bigger tragedy for me would be like not experiencing the things that I want to. And that's this. I'm not huge. My bucket list isn't that big. Skydiving once, maybe like base jumping once. Um, Maybe bungee jumping. Maybe not bungee jumping. That's just straight toward the ground. No guy. Just hoping this cord don't snap or something. I know it's not going to, but just putting all like yeah. Nah, fuck that. Um, and obviously seeing a bunch of countries. I don't think that's too much to ask for, right? Anyway, going to church tomorrow not because you believe it, just trying to learn all religions like things. What'll do you better than going to church is reading the Bible for yourself. Because, especially in the Protestant denominations, they pick and choose things. They take some things out, reinterpret things to you, and don't leave it up to you to figure it out, like the words on the page for yourself. There will be some verses if you can go to church for like every single Sunday for 60 years, and there will be some verses that you never ever encounter if you leave other people to preach it to you. So I'd say more so just like read the Bible yourself. Check the food channel on Discord. All right, let's see what we got here. Food. Food. Oh fuck. Oh, there it is. That looks you know what? Just cause we're cool. I'm still gonna be. I'm about to roast that plate, dude. What the fuck am I looking at? What did you do to the peas? What happened to the peas? Are they pre-chewed? Also, it's just an onion. Are you eating just an onion? Like a potato? Also, what's that on? Is that like cottage cheese? Cottage cheese is good. I like cottage cheese, but like, is that just an onion? This is like something that you feed a pit bull on his birthday. This is not human food. I regret looking at the food channel. I'm so sorry. I want to lie. I want to lie to you. I want to be more agreeable. I'm so sorry, Voodoo Child, but that was one of the plates of all time. The peas exploded. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Did you like use C4 instead of salt or something, or like gunpowder or some shit? I don't know. Fork update. The fork is in my hand and still here. It has not moved even a little bit. Has not disappeared. And you would think, like, with all I use my desk for, that I would maybe knock it on the ground or something unintentionally. Nope, still here. Completely, totally unmoved. Completely, totally just here. Just I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Prayed for it to be to poof in the thin air, and sure enough, still on my desk. Goldfish used to be soup crackers. You can't stop eating soup with it. They're pretty good soup crackers. Got the little cheesy flavor too. Hell yeah. Sicko mode or Mobama. That is such a what 2018, 2019 ass meme, but probably Mobamba. I'd like that one a little bit more. Someone ate your feet. What are we doing? Can you tell us your backstory and how you came to this conclusion? So for me, I'm gonna redo the why I'm no longer a Christian video soon, but the short version of it is that I looked at the evidence. No, that's like later in. So I got to a point in my journey as a Christian of not wanting to let other people dictate the Bible to me and to do right by God by reading it for myself. And so I read the Bible front to back, cover to cover, Genesis 1:1, all the way through to Revelation 22:21, cover to cover. Didn't miss a page, and got to the end of it and thought like, yeah, God values some things that are different than what I thought. Morally, he doesn't quite fit my moral system. Like, is this, like maybe I'm just reading it wrong or something. I'm taking things out of context or something. I don't know, but I looked into apologetics after that to figure out like why was I coming to these conclusions, and they gave like intellectually dishonest answers for some things, which seemed kind of odd to me. And also, they had an answer for everything, which I thought was a little bit weird. There's like even the most perfect of perfect things aren't going to be completely, totally perfect, right? So there's going to be some things that you simply don't have an answer for. The fact that they always had an answer for it made me think something was off about it. I'm like, there's always, for the perfect inspired word of God, if it's written through the filter of human beings and we're imperfect, then it should be imperfect. So why are they not acknowledging the imperfections sufficiently? So I thought, okay, is this false? Maybe this isn't actually real. Or basically like, let me check if it is real. And so no matter what happens in the future, if I'll have this one piece of evidence that I know that this is real. So let me look at the evidence. And so I looked at all the evidence, and the evidence fucking sucked. So got to a point where I realized like, okay, well, I've been lied to. I've been following something false. And yeah, I'm an atheist. Didn't believe it. Don't believe in anything anymore. So that's kind of the short version of the story. But I'm gonna do like a longer version for the channel soon. I already got one, but I'm gonna do another one. One of the greatest debunks of Christian faith is the question: can God create a rock he himself cannot lift? Because it proves that he's not all powerful. Because if he can't create it, it's not a It proves the logical impossibility of omnipotence. May I ask when you read the Bible, were you trying to find yourself, or were you trying to find the Lord? Neither, right? I was already a Christian, so I already believed in God. Wasn't trying to find myself in it. I just wanted to fully know the history behind God and His prophets and everything like that. All right, L. I'm gonna get you. You're gonna be my third skadoosh of the evening, maybe fourth. I can't keep track anymore. But yeah, if we're not intent on having a, maybe you're just like a kid or something, maybe like 12 or some shit. But if you're not going to talk to somebody as if they're a human being and just repeat catchphrase after catchphrase after catchphrase after scripture after catchphrase, you're just not gonna be here, right? This is for discussion. This isn't for, just copy paste. So go get you on out of here, L. You can take care. Have a good rest of your night. Enjoy your summer break. But unfortunately, you are going to be skadooshed. Timed out 24 hours. I will see you tomorrow or something. But yeah, take care. You say you're a deist now. You prayed to God and He gave me dreams and told me He isn't the true Christian God and He does exist. It could always be my subconscious giving me dreams, but you never have dreams. I'm going to lean toward your subconscious. It's, I guess impossible to say one way or the other, but yeah, if you found what convinces you, I'm happy for you. Going to sleep. Going to sleep night, everybody. Have a good rest of your night, Mikey. Appreciate you being here. In your opinion, your beliefs are garbage. Stop being. In your opinion, in your opinion, your beliefs are garbage. I don't know, huh? Fun fact: there is a heaven or hell, heaven and a hell. Prove it. Prove it. Just prove it. Give evidence. All right, you made your claim. Prove it. Prove it to be the case. Prove that to be the case. Let's all hear it. We're all waiting. What's your name? I don't give my real name out, but you can call me Hugh. Just call me Hugh. Ugh. Like how respectful you are. Oh, shucks. You haven't been here long enough then. Let the stream get back to my old viewership where I was getting like, a couple hundred concurrent viewers, like 30,000 views a stream. Things get a little bit more off the rails, but appreciate it regardless, right? How is we? What's up, Jesse? Oh, hi. How are you? How's your day? How's your? That hurts my throat. I'm gonna stop doing that if you don't mind, Jesse. That hurts to do. But other than that, how you doing today? Look up Song of Solomon 4:5. No, thank you. No thanks. It's disgusting to hear people preach from the Bible and have no clue about predestination. Are you like a Armenianist or something? Why are you against Islam? Because I don't believe that Islam is true, and also because there are some horrible moral implications with the Quran. That there is hell coming for the people that hear of Islam and choose not to accept it. That there's this need to accept Muhammad as the final prophet, and just all this extra shit. It gets science wrong. It claims that sperm comes from between the backbone and the ribs. That's not true. It basically inspires its followers to be intellectually dishonest, as you're probably going to do right now. And also, it has some contradictions, like the multiple contradictory claims about what Allah created us from. So it's not for me. Not for me morally, not for me scientifically, and not for me theologically either. Have you looked into other religions? I've read the Quran, and I'm going to read the Gitas, and I'm going to read the Book of Mormon. I'm going to read as many holy books as I can before I die, just for education. But as far as to come to another religion, no. Tomorrow you'll be making kulkinen, which is slightly later in history. It's potatoes mashed with cabbage. That sounds actually kind of good. I like potatoes. Cabbage a little less. No, I like raw cabbage for like salads and shit, but cooked cabbage, I fart too much. Is it pink? Dude, what? No. I mean, no, I'm not answering that. No, that's what I mean, dude. I'm not answering if it's pink or not. No. No. Can't forget Aisha either. That's more so an issue with the the morality of Muhammad rather than like Islam being untrue or for a reason that I shouldn't accept it. But I guess the reason I shouldn't accept it, yeah, I can't believe that the perfect or model Muslim is a pedophile, right? Like I'm not gonna model my theology around that. So I'll go here. You're gonna have to say I'll highlight that. All right, I'll say it like a normal person from now on. You ran out of ideas for fun facts. Oh well, I hope you get some more. It's definitely pink, dude. No, man. What are we doing? Girl tried to get him taken down with Solomon 4:5. What's Solomon 4:5 about? It's red, please help. Go to the doctor, man. Just learned about the Marcion Bible, which apparently predates the current Bible. No shit. Were you raised in the church? I was raised in the church for the most part, yeah. Until I was like, I don't know, in my teenage years, it was the necessity for me to go to church with my family stopped because they stopped going. Came more so like nightstand Christians, but I kept going on my own. We have a law for the bingo card. Hell yeah. What's your favorite thing you've read about the Quran? My favorite thing I read about it was when it said that Allah will give us new skin. Will give new skin to those that He punishes, so that it can continue to be burned off over and over again. To let me know right then and there that Allah was definitely the perfect model citizen that I should follow and give my whole life to, and not a complete and total psychopath. Dress has purple tongues, the colors to protect the tongue from sunburn. Hell yeah. Is it blue with pretty sparkles and it glows when you hit it like Skechers? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out really quickly. 1 second. Let's hear this out. Give me a minute. Oh, I can't whip it out. Oh, I just can't whip it out without going for it. Oh. Okay, that's all I got. Let's see here. Haven't fully done your research about Islam and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Yeah, I'm not going to hear anything from anybody that has to say peace be upon him every time they say his name. I'm sorry. Because odds are you're not coming at me from an intellectually honest place. You believe in a thing so much so that you can't even say his fucking name without putting some suffix on it. And then I'm inclined to think that you're probably going to be lying your nuts off. You get me? You want to try a copy of the Marcion Bible and see if it differs from the current canon? I'm going to go with neither of them at this point. If it's like the actual Bible, then no thanks. He just unchained a skeptic. I just unchained everywhere, dude. I only need a few seconds to unchain my skeptic if you catch my drift. Also, shit, I forgot what I was about to say. Would you say you have something against God or even Christianity, or do you just not believe in any of it? The reason I'm an atheist is because I think it's false. So in that regard, yes, but I think that the false belief is something that drives people to do some awful things and that excuses some awful things. And so I want to say I have something against that, but it has nothing to do with why I don't believe in it. And also, I think the character of God is pretty awful. But again, the character being bad isn't why I don't believe in it. Geckos are quite vocal, making sounds that range from quiet chirping to loud barking. Keep them the fuck away from me, man. Even if you got morality came from a deity, it would still be subjective. Yeah, if God's a being with a mind, then he's a subject, making it subjective. It's really about as easy as it gets. It's considered heretical. That's why I want to read it. I mean, they can. Dude, I really need to get some sleep soon. I'm gonna start going live in the mornings. I'm gonna start doing some morning whatever with this. Being intellectual, but you can't even stay respectful about other people's beliefs. I think any belief that's going to tell people to lie about their prophet, to and the very clear age that the Hadith said. I've read the Al-Bukhari, by the way, and that's how I know it says gives her age clear as day. But not being respectful of people that are lying their nuts off doesn't constitute me not being respectful of people's right to believe what they're convinced of. Please look up Solomon 4:5. Big funny. All right, let's see what we got here. Song of Solomon 4:5. Oh yeah, is it a fun one? Oh yeah, your two breasts are like two fawns, twins of a gazelle that graze among the lilies. Damn, he must have saw like Cody Vore or some shit. Okay, I need to stop talking about porn stars on this, dude. But yeah. Have a amazing rest of your life, except the homophobe. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, dude. And have it be safe out there. Take care. Yeah, fuck that guy. Let's see here. It doesn't mean being an atheist means you'll be that way, but you can justify anything of your existence came from random nothingness. Random, sure. Nothingness, no. Nobody said that in here. Y'all, do I sleep? It's 2 a.m. here. You should. You probably should. It's 2 a. Oh wait, no, it's 2 a.m. for me too. I thought you were Jesse for a second. Jesse's on the other side of the planet. And I'm just like, wait a second. It's 2 a.m. for me. It wouldn't be 2 a.m. for her too, but yeah, you probably should sleep. It's 2 a.m. for me too. Yeah, I'm gonna start streaming in the mornings. I'm gonna start morning streams. See how those go. If those go well or go over, then where do we go? Would you encourage everyone to be an atheist? Do you see any benefits of religion? I would encourage everyone to not use their beliefs for harm. To know why they believe the things that they do, and also to to respect one another. Those are the things I would encourage people to do. But oftentimes, fully knowing why you believe the things that you do and being honest with it is typically going to lead people to being an atheist. But yes, you did. I never. Okay. You know what? Sure, I'll bite. What did I say that ever said that I believe that we came from nothingness? By all means, go for it. I'm all ears. Fuck that. Everybody else, shut up. No, I'm just kidding. Keep going. But I wanna hear this for myself. What did I say that made me say that even implied that I think that everything came from nothing? EST gang, 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 gang. 2:26 a.m. for me. Sleep is for the week. Yeah, it's 2:26 for me as well. God, I got something in my eye, dude. Fuck. But yeah, we are random, which is what makes it beautiful, you know. Yeah, it's. I even gave random. I was like, yeah, random, yeah, nothing, no, and he's still trying to say, oh, you said nothing. So if we're gonna put words in my mouth at this point, I think it's time we finally get them out of here. Do you think the term BC and AD should have stayed, even though you don't believe in the term? No, no. I think that if we're post Julian calendar and we're post like Gregorian calendar, then operating as close to that as possible while also taking out the theological front loading of it is probably going to be more accurate and also more mindful for sure. So no. Gang, 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 gang. What is it? Define the here and now. No, I'm not. I'm not biting any bait outside. Like you made the claim. I want you to get to your claim. When did I ever say, or even imply that we are not like came from nothingness? Everybody else can bite the bait if they want to. I'm not biting the bait. When did I imply it? Should you post a video you made for Pride to the Discord? Sure, yeah, go for it. Why not? Steak or bacon? As a like a meal steak, right? But bacon's more versatile. So I don't know, equal. I love the taste of both, and they just serve different purposes. Like a steak pizza is gonna be okay, but a bacon pizza is gonna be better. But it's like a breakfast meal. Bacon's not gonna fill you up, but it's gonna be fantastic. All right, we're not answering my question, so you know what, Sam? While we're winding the stream down anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get you on out of here. 24 hours, you will not come back. Skadoosh, skadoosh, skadoosh. You said that I believe that we are random nothingness. I said I believe we are random, but not that we're nothingness. Asked you to, you said yes, you did. Some said, okay, where did I say that we are nothingness or came from nothingness? And you did not answer. So therefore, take care. Have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you. But no, you cannot be here any longer. No, we're going to answer my questions instead of putting words in my mouth and then just just trying to entertain other people in the chat. I'm so sorry. Hugh out of context would be hilarious. I feel like it would be narcissistic for me to make like an out of context compilation of myself, but I feel like that would be funny as fuck. What are your thoughts on after you die? Would something be there to go to? I don't personally think so. I think you just die. I think you just cease to exist. You can't experience anything anymore. It's like, imagine August 8th, 1519. Like that all over again. Sam was completely unhinged. He was a character. I was appreciating having him around as a character, like poking with him and stuff, instead of like doing what I normally do with homophobic people. But what really ticked me off was him saying one thing and instead of just conceding that he spoke out of term, or just stopped responding altogether. It's like, okay, let me just ignore what you say and go with everybody else, and ignore you calling me out for my stupidity. So. Yeah. You got the bigger skadoosh. That was quite the skadoosh, yeah. Everybody else should get a skadoosh for themselves, too. Join the channel. Fuck it. Yeah, support the stream. Join the channel, Put some money in my pocket. My mango menthol vape juice is not going to buy itself. Let me stop. I didn't even get paid from last month yet. They didn't update it in my AdSense yet, but no, it's yeah. Sam is either 40 or 10. He acted like he was closer to 40. He acted closer to like imagine those people on Facebook who put those pictures up of lions with the quotes under it that said like nobody believed I would do it until I did it, or just like some like really cringe shit that your uncle puts up. He kind of came off as one of those people. Sam lost me when he said someone should be in jail for being LGBT. Oh, sheesh. Yeah, he's. Just as an aside, really quickly, why are we? Who thinks about this shit? Who really thinks about it? I'm so straight that I think about people gay people so much that I determine whether or not they should go to jail for it. Like, are we fucking joking? If he was just trolling, okay, fair enough. Like, okay, onion bitten. Just like Voodoo Child's onion, like, okay, fair. But if you weren't trolling, like, are you really thinking about it that much? Seriously? I don't know. He acted like my homophobic great uncle. I'd believe it. I'd believe he has like 6 kids and is actually 46. Like, it makes perfect sense to me. He acted with the complete and total detached self-awareness of somebody who spends all their time on Facebook. Speaking of which, I cannot wait to start streaming to Facebook. I hope they have like some sort of algorithm recommendation thing on there, and it's not like Twitter where they just put your stream on your page and people that follow you are the only people that are going to get recommended to you. Like, recommended to you. But yeah, Facebook's gonna be funny to stream on. I might even like in the coming week or so, like maybe run random streams on different platforms, and Facebook might be one of them instead of YouTube.
Now you'll be like gang, 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 gnarly.
Gang, 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 gang. Thank you for the $3.49 New Zealand dollar super chat. I sincerely appreciate it, Jesse. Yeah, gang, 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 gang. Thank you for the $3.49 New Zealand. I appreciate you. Thank you. Instagram will be cooked. Instagram is fucking awful, dude. I'm glad they're not recommending my reels on there anymore. That shit was going back and forth with Instagram Christians was among the biggest waste of my time in my life. I want that time back. All my rebuttals, all my my restrictions and shit. I want all the time I spent on every Instagram Christian back. They are a new brand of stupid over there. New brand of stupid. I didn't think it was possible. In order of most stupid to least stupid, Christian, it goes. Funny enough, I would say out of the big 3, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, because they have like the whole like Reels, Shorts, TikTok, whatever. But I would say, funny enough, TikToks would have to be the smartest. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but yeah, something about there. I wouldn't. It's not me giving them their flowers. Like, you still believe in a book with talking animals, right? But they're not as completely, totally, insalvageably brain dead as YouTube's. I'd say YouTube comes in second. YouTube's like I came across so many people on YouTube that's just using Chat GPT to write out their rebuttals. It's like, if you got to use Chat GPT to write your rebuttals out for a back and forth dialectic, quit at that point, right? Is that too much to say? Quit, put the Bible down, go live your life. You're so unconvinced of your beliefs that you don't even form your own rebuttal, and I gotta sit here and read those fucking AI response, the double dashes in between random words and shit, is making up stuff. Very clearly, you got it from Chat GPT. That's a really big issue over on YouTube, from what I've noticed. But anyway, beside that point, TikTok second place. I mean, YouTube second place. Instagram, by far. If I know logically, I can only put him as lowest third place out of the 3, but if I could put him in like 15th place, I would. Holy fuck. Holy shit. I feel like Instagram Christians all have drill marks in the back of their fucking skull, and their brains just like fell through it over time. It is. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll never get it. I'll never get how they can be that fucking stupid on Instagram. If I weren't trying to remove a certain word from my vocabulary, I would say that word to describe them, but I'm trying to take it out of my vocabulary. I'm trying to grow as a person and as a creator, right? If I'm going to get canceled, it's going to get, it's going to be for something with more gusto and fervor than me using that slur. But they are definitely R-worded over on Instagram. I don't get it. I'll never get it, but yeah, out of the three, Instagram Christians are by far the worst. By far. By far the worst. Say the funny word. Dude, no. I'm not saying no funny word, alright? Those days are behind me. It might slip every now and again. To be completely honest with you, but no, I'm trying to become a better man. Both for the content and also for just a general person. If people don't like the word anymore, if society's changed, I gotta change with it. And I think that's completely fair. Proud of you, queer. All right, Joey. All right, man. All right, Libra. Enough. Enough from you. Enough from you. I hear that word way more often than I should. It's a good word. It's for some people that say just the most outlandishly dumb stuff possible. I'm sorry. It's the most apt word I can think of. It's the most apt word I can think of. It's too good of a word. Just 2 syllables. Starts with an R, rhymes with me pard. It's such a good word, but I gotta be better. I gotta be better. Yeah, Queen, LMAO, Freudian slip. I'll be completely honest with you, Libra. Apples and potatoes at that point. Just to keep it 100 with you, Chief. There was nothing you could have said, like saying queer or queen, it would have been the same result. Me having my masculinity put into question. As someone who has a stutter, I use it every single day, even though I shouldn't. I used to. It's always been a part of my vocabulary, but I just gotta be better, man. If I'm gonna in my real life, I don't know who's the more people I meet in my real life, I don't know who's gonna feel a certain type of way about it. So I got to take it out of my vocabulary, and as doing this content, it's like, as understanding as the people who are here now are, might not always be the case. So I want to do the thing that makes the arguments more neutral. As a queer person, I don't understand why people think queer is an insult. I don't either. I'm kind of glad they took that word back, because growing up, I've heard it as an insult. Nowadays, it's more so just like in general on a fruity side of things. Thoughts on femboys? Do you think I'm going to give you my thoughts on femboys, man? Of course I am. Let's talk about femboys really quickly. No, never mind. Let's go. Yeah. Which platform is your favorite audience? It's us, right? I can't speak too much to my other platforms because I don't really stream on them much at all, if really at all. So I'm just gonna go off of the 3 I had the most interaction on: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Favorite I would say is probably YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Probably YouTube. Yeah, definitely YouTube. Second would have to be TikTok, and third would have to be, and it's not even close, Instagram. I've have to wade through a lot of shit on Instagram, or at least used to have to wade through a lot of shit. You should see my DMs on Instagram, dude. Holy fuck. But yeah, those are my 3. I really gotta start streaming on my other things again, though, so I could get a more nuanced answer than just the 3. You like femboys when they dress well? I have no comments on femboys. Thoughts on the Trinity? I think it's kind of nonsensical. it's one God, but it's three essences, but those essences are equally God, and God's infinite. So infinity divided by three, I mean infinite. But those three aren't, are distinct, but there's still one Godhead. I don't know. It's just some dumb shit. It's just dumb. Dare I say it? YouTube chat's more fun than the TikTok chat. Yeah. When it's especially when it's popping. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Uh, and also as an aside, I've made far more just in like the less than a month I've been monetized on YouTube than I've made in 9 months on TikTok. Like for full transparency, I've made like 100 and I think it's like $90 on TikTok in 9 months, and in YouTube just last month I made close to 400. So yeah, if I were doing this for the money, it wouldn't even be close. Not even slightly remotely, horrifically, remotely close. No, not even a little bit. But for somebody who's going to need a lot more cash to really take content to the next level, these are factors. These are factors. Sorry you're late. Don't apologize for being late. Don't say sorry, ho. Be careful. No, I'm just kidding. How you doing today, that guy? How's your day going? Sunday school never made me understand the concept of the Trinity. I used to believe in it, but I didn't really start questioning how dumb it was until I got out of it. So. See, thanks for being honest, I guess. Christ is king. Well, that works for you. Go for it. You're a wall man. You're a whama. You're whama. I'm gonna start reading the more Bible more like church, more than church, like you said. Now I'll let you know how it works out. Yeah, let me know how it goes for you. Um, Godspeed. No pun intended. Have a good rest of your night. Concept of the Trinity isn't even biblical. Yeah, there's a lot of post-biblical nonsense that people have accepted in more evangelical spaces. Like hell, that's really post-biblical. Rapture. So, yeah, it's funny how that works. Christ is king getting killed by his own father's fucking crazy. Yeah. His crown was made of thorns, apparently. I don't know. Also, what's up, Jermaine? How's your day going? Did you see the wrestling today? Did you see the matches and the stuff? The Money in the Bank and the Worlds Collide? If so, what you think about both of them? I saw both. I have thoughts. What do you think of trans? I don't think anything of trans people, negative or positive. They're just people. Gender identity has never ever been something fluid like something rigidly binary. That's I'm glad people are more so coming into their truth now, but personally, I just don't care. I really want to. I just can't bring myself to care that much about it. I'd fight and die for their rights for sure. But ultimately, I will hope we get to a point where this isn't something we even have to think about. I feel like being into wrestling is so gay. Shut up. You're literally gay. We have a fucking calling me gay for being into wrestling. You should watch the Jesus versus Judas animation. That would be kind of funny. Absolutely wonderful. Hell yeah. For me, L on the men's Money in the Bank winner, but the match itself was fantastic. W on the women's Money in the Bank winner. I had Naomi over the entire time. I kind of figured. I figured it was going to be Seth too that won the Money in the Bank for the men, because if you notice with any of these matches where it's like Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble, anything like that, they always have somebody from Raw win and somebody from SmackDown win. It could be either or, like either man or woman for each, but if somebody wins who's from Raw, somebody from SmackDown is going to win the other, like men's or women's match. So the second I saw Naomi win, knowing she was on SmackDown, I knew it was going to either be Penta, El Grande Americano, or Seth Rollins that won, and here we are. Royal Rumble, Jey Uso won from Raw, and Charlotte won from SmackDown. Elimination Chamber, Bianca won from SmackDown, and was she on SmackDown or Raw? I don't know. Is Bianca on Raw? I think I can't tell where Bianca's at anymore. All I know is Bianca Belair is fine as fuck. That's all I know. That's all I know about Bianca Belair. That's a fine, sexy woman. That's all I can say for sure about her. I don't know what fucking brand she's on though. Big sweaty muscular men rubbing on each other. Hell yeah, man. Great stuff. Why do men want to watch other men, muscular men sweating in little leotards on top of each other? It's about the story, man. It's about the story. It's not about what they wear. It's about the story. Good night. You have a good live stream. Appreciate you being here, Desire. Good to meet you and welcome in. Where would you say morality comes from? Like, if we were an accident, what would be the point of right or wrong? So we are human beings. Human beings have brains. Brains work in a way that we have consciousness. Consciousness that we we're able to parse the world around us using that consciousness, and the way that we define that consciousness. Define the world around us, and the laws that we use to determine what is and isn't. And ontological flexibility is logic. I promise I'm gonna land a plane, but just give me a minute. So we have logic. We want to reach logical ends biologically. We want to make sure that we can protect one another from outside threats, and we want our offspring to thrive. And so for that, we're going to want to establish moral frameworks to work off of. What's going to be best for making sure that we have resources to go around, and that we don't end up in a society where we don't meet that end of needing to reproduce, like literally every other species at least has tried to do. And so that's where morals come from. We have to establish some things and evolutionarily select for some things as being right or wrong, good or bad, so that we can be either more or less predisposed to things that can cause us to die out. Loki will whoop Jesus' ass. One view. Loki healed off the Avengers in the first movie. I don't know why they're trying to fuck with him. Morality is evolutionarily advantageous, especially for a social species. Exactly. But yeah, just the very consciousness that you're using to even call into question why we have morality and moral systems is a consciousness that's going to match other species that have frontal lobes and that are social species. Night night G. All right, night G. See you later, G. See you later, my G, my dog. What if you were having sex with Loki as a girl and he swapped mid-session? Okay, so when you say he swaps mid-session, right? Am I in her when she swaps or he swaps? And if I am, like, does the vagina transform into his butthole or something, or am I just like, just fucking his sack or something? Like, we gotta really iron this out here before I give my answer. There's a right answer and there's a wrong answer. I guess you imagine where I'm gonna go with it. I may disagree with you, but I enjoy chatting with you. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your night, Garbe. I appreciate you being here. Take care. Have a good one. All the good stuff. Your mid pump, okay, but like, does the vagina transform into his butt hole, right? So I really need to know this. Why would you be on top in the situation? Shut the fuck up for a minute. No. We're figuring something out. We'll get into logistics after the fact. What if you're in their urethra? That would fucking suck. For him, not for me. That would suck for me too. Who am I kidding? My favorite Norse mythology story is the one where Loki convinced Thor that he was pregnant because Loki put a wine cork up his butt. Hell yeah. I see why I get so many Norse pagans. It's such a fun religion. Consciousness is an emergent property of a mind, which is an emergent property of a brain. There you go. Exactly. For the sake of argument, we'll say you start in a hole, you end in a hole. Okay, but like, no. Which hole though? Because, the urethra is technically a hole too, right? I need to know if it's a hole that can accommodate like a man's butthole, or like, like a man's urethra. We really have to iron this out before I answer. I'm so sorry, but we gotta be on the same page here. Most definitely would be an inverted ball sack that you're a side of. If that's the case, I'm stopping immediately and maybe calling a doctor. But if I'm in like if I'm in like his vag or something, what the fuck am I talking about? I guess it's possible. Like Buck Angel's got a vagina, even though he beside the point. if it transforms into like a butthole or something, am I gonna finish? If it's like Tom Hiddleston, probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I guess. Fuck it, why not? I'm leaving here with something, you know? I'm leaving here with something. That would be my logic if that were to happen. If I'm in there, it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, just like that. And all of a sudden, it just converts. It's right into male. It's on the spot transition. No surgery necessary. And all of a sudden, I just find myself just balls deep inside this dude's butthole. I'm sorry. I'm leaving here with something. I'm so sorry. We got to make an exception here. We have to. Right? Who's with me on this? Who's with me on this? Like, it's not what I seeked out. But I'm doing my thing, right? I'm mid-stroke. I'm ready to go. I'm leaving here with something. I'm sorry. There we go. If you're happy being an atheist now, why bother highlighting your form of believing? Why discredit it so much? If you feel discredited in your religion or your beliefs or your faith based on me saying that I used to believe what you believe, and don't believe anymore, then that's with all due respect, that's a you problem. It's not a me problem. The reason I bring up the fact that I used to be a believer is because it answers the question of did you ever believe that I inevitably would get from people who just know I'm an atheist, and also it encourages people to ask about why I stopped believing it to be the case. Anyways, wait until you finish to be shocked. Exactly. Right. As soon as I see that he transforms into a male's body, I want to act like I ain't see shit. I'm leaving here with something. I'm so sorry. It's just the case. You're alone here? I'm not alone here, dude. And then as soon as I finish, just let one up. Just, butt baby. Oh, I got you. Oh, pregnant rectum. You know, just let one go in there. Then after I pull out, I'll be like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know? Oh my God, you're a guy? You know, just like porn acting. It's really bad acting, but you have to kind of like, suspend disbelief. Yeah, that's what I would do. What are we talking about anymore? What are we talking about anymore? Don't start a job you can't finish. Exactly. If I feel, you know, pussy lips and natural juices, and it turns into like a prostate that I feel rubbing up against some parts, I'm sorry. We gotta finish the job. You seen that Kobe Bryant video where he was like, job not finished? Job finish? Job finish? No, job's not finished. That would be me. The second I see the ass just like collapse from the, I just know Loki, if he was transforming into a woman, he's gonna be rocking like some bodacious cheeks. Second I see him just like shrink and become man-like and maybe grow a little bit of hair on the cheeks, I'm gonna know what happened. But I'm so sorry. Does the new hole get lube? Or I mean, it depends. It just depends. I guess like if things aren't properly lubricated after he transforms, then I'm gonna have no choice but to pull out and apply lube, which, you know, I guess I'm lucky enough to say I haven't had to do for any of the women I've been with so far, which would, you know, suspend disbelief that I'm still believing it to be a woman or a female's body, right? But I'm just, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. What are your opinions on Ryan Reynolds? He's kind of annoying, to be honest with you. It's actually the most reasonable conversation that Stream's ever had. Hell yeah. Would his hole be pre-lubed? Otherwise, ouch, poor Loki. Ouch, poor me. Right? I'm the real victim here. You got to think about this. You got to think about this. I'm the victim. I'm the victim of slamming my penis into Loki's unlubed booty hole. It's me that's the victim. You should be sorry for me. Spit on that thing, exactly. As soon as he transforms, like, like his voice transforms, like while I'm going at it, and I just know he's a dude now, and I'm straight up in man cheeks. I'm gonna have to be like, just go for it. Gonna keep it raw and give it a good reach around. Gonna keep Loki on their toes in a more one. No, I can't suspend disbelief here. Even if reasonably I should, if, on account of my balls now slapping into his balls, right? Then I hate to see it, but nah, there's no reach arounds here because I don't. It's not typically how I get down. Don't you guys just love Mint Mobile? If I never saw another Mint Mobile ad ever in my life, I'd be content. I'd be all right. Hands in his mouth, maybe around the throat. I'm more of like I like choking and I like being choked. That's my deal. That's my thing right there. Yeah. But ball on ball action billiards with Loki it is. Exactly. You got it. Yeah. Knocking my pool stick right into his corner pocket. Nope. All right. Okay. Here we go. Back to the real discussion at hand. Okay. You're thinking about this in so much autistic detail. We got to iron this out. We got to make sure this is all on the table. Loki turn the tables on you, make you the woman. I get curious sometimes. Right? Just a natural, just ham wallet for somebody to shove their kielbasa in. I mean, they at least somewhat enjoy it, right? I gotta say, I need to know. Maybe not need to know what that feels like, but like, I'm curious. I'll never find out. My parts don't permit it, but yeah. What does this have to do with being an atheist? I don't know at this point. I don't know. I don't know. I would stop fucking Loki as a brag in my book. I wouldn't. I'm leaving here with something. If I'm in the main event. You're up at the 9, whatever the baseball term is. It's game 7. It's the last quarter. You got 15 seconds left on the clock. Got to get the job done, man. Just got to get the job done. Are you a professional torta pounder? I would love to be. Back when I was on Tinder, yeah, that was my bread and butter, dude. That was my bread and butter. Yeah. Front ways, sideways, backwards, two-handed, one-handed, no-handed. No, it's me. Yeah, I could. Yeah. There was this one person had this little date with on Tinder. I call it a date. It was a booty call. It was a booty call from Tinder. She's from Southwest Detroit, which for those of you who don't know, it's a pretty Hispanic area. A lot of woman. It was a lot of woman. I loved every single second of it. Every single last second of it. I didn't expect to. Somebody disliked the stream as soon as I said that. What the fuck are we doing? But anyway. Yeah, that was a lot of woman. You know. From the second that we were like getting prepared in a way that adults get prepared for the main event, like the hors d'oeuvres, basically. From the second she started, I was just like, I won't be the same after this. I wasn't. Now that I'm single, I guess I'm free to re-explore this, but I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm talking about getting my meat sucked by a she. Apparently, there's levels to this shit though. There's like torta and there's like pan dulce, just like closer to pan dulce. I don't know the fucking difference, dude. I don't even speak Spanish. I don't even speak I don't speak Spanish, man. The fuck are we talking about? All I know is I wasn't the same after that night. I wasn't the same. Anyway. Anyway. I think we just end the stream after that, right? I think we just end the stream after. Surely we just end it right there. Surely, right? Welcome back, Detroit's finest. How you doing? The conversation devolved. So, if you hear me talking about some completely unrelated, just don't be alarmed. She took your soul. My soul got snatched. You ever see, like, anybody in here familiar with Mortal Kombat? And like one of Shang Tsung's fatalities, especially from the older games, is he just like literally just ripped your soul out. It was like that, but yeah. Oh, she's doing all right. I hope you're doing all right out there, Gabriella. I hope your day's going well. I hope your night's going well. If you got a man or something, or a husband or something, I hope he's treating you just with all the respect in the world. You know, just loving you the way you deserve to be loved. But he can't love you like I love you. Slow down. He can't love you like I love you. I should try to find her. I don't remember her last name. I don't think I ever got it. I remembered her first name was Gabriella, though. I wish I was joking. She had me on her on her little like sofa in our living room. And I was like, oh my god, oh! It was like that. I don't know what the like. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I'll never get it. Maybe it's like a spell or something. I don't know. I'll never get it. It's a rough name to say. I just called her Gab. Just called her Gab. Let's call her Gab. I wish she oh man, never mind. But he's probably unchaining right now as he I'm not unchaining, dude. I never unchain on stream. I'll never do so either. I feel like that's borderline, not SA, but like harassment. You know, because y'all didn't consent to hearing me unchain on stream, right? Alexa. Alexa. Oh, find this woman from Southwest Detroit that I had sex with 7 years ago. Please. Find her. I just want to know how she is. I just want to know how she is at this point. Say hello. You know, I just want to talk to her. I just want to. I just want to talk. You should 1v1 low tier god on Mortal Kombat. That would be fucking hilarious. Oh, Gab, I'm about to. I ham it up for stream. I'm not like that. I'm more of. No, never mind. I'm not going over the sounds I make, but yeah, yeah. Paul, do you consent to me unchaining, dude? No, dude, fuck no. There's got to be at least one kid in here. At least one kid. On the literal off chance, on the even remotely minute off chance that somebody in here is under 18. That's just not. That's never gonna happen. What's your question, Detroit's finest? This new AI might be able to do it. Could you imagine? My Tinder is banned though, so I don't know if it could, but that would be hilarious. What's your add-on? Only chains. Only chains, dude. I don't know why I found that so funny. But my add-on only chains is never mind. It was gonna be a bad joke. Gab, where are you? Gab, where are you? She was kind of she had like a cross in her living room though, so I don't know if it would work out too much. Your Tinder's banned? Yeah, I got banned on Tinder. So the story of how I got banned on Tinder versus I know who did it because it was the only person that was just like, because it was the only person that I messaged like that, so I was just like, it's the only person that could have reported me for it. But yeah, it was this one woman I matched with. We were just kind of just being cordial at first, and nothing, no plans or anything. Just like, oh hey, how you doing? How's your day? How's where you stay, all that good stuff. And then it's one night, I remember exactly what I was drinking. I remember it to the T. I was 6 Budweisers deep and a pint of Red Berry New Amsterdam deep. I was very intoxicated, and then I was just like, fuck it. Let's just full send it, because for me, I'm not. I hate being in limbo for too long, so yeah, she was kind of like leaving me in limbo for a little bit. But I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna throw it all out there. If I get unmatched or blocked or whatever, it happens. But I wasn't expecting to get reported. So anyway, I'm just like drunk as shit, and then I message her just the most absolutely just, I mean, borderline. I wouldn't say I deserved the ban per se, but I could see why she reported me. I see where she was coming from. I get it. I just went balls to the wall. I was just like, I was just like, I want to put a foot on the back of your head as I'm, just doing my. I was wilding out. That's what I'm getting at. I wilded the fuck out. I flew way too close to the sun. And I'd imagine she reported me for it. I got my Tinder account banned for it, which, fair. Fair is fair. Deserved at that point. But, yeah, I just... She set my life on the right path, so can't blame her for it. If you don't work for the light, does that mean you emanate from darkness? I don't know what it means to work from the light or emanate from darkness. I don't know what either of those mean. If you don't try to strive to do good things, does that mean that you are confined to bad things? If that's the case, I don't think so. It was absolutely your fault. Oh, 100%. Oh, trust me when I say it is nobody's fault except my own. Nobody's fault. 0 people's fault except for my own. I'm one of the most. I try to be the most accountable person that I know, and yeah, nobody's fault but my own. I probably should have locked the app before I went drinking, but and what are you gonna do? The screenshot's gonna pop up 10 years from now. Could you fucking imagine? I'll tell you what though, I wouldn't mind getting canceled for any of the dumb shit I've done in the past, because it's like, at least that means I made it somehow. At least I get to touch greatness before getting it ripped from me. Right. Or I can just do what like those self unaware, self centered people do and just dig my heels in and try to, instead of trying to change for the better, and just like maybe start streaming a Rumble or something, or going on Truth Social and just running a new right wing grift. Favorite form of content are those videos that review men's dating profiles. I had a solid profile. I'll give myself that. It was decent. It got the job done. This is kind of scummy to say, but I'm 6'2", and I always made it a point to try to take pictures by like my shorter friends and stuff, so that they could, without me having to put it in my bio, for them to see that I'm like tall by comparison. So I guess it worked. I guess it worked, cause but here we are. Probably had that fish in BFP. Fuck no. Nobody deserves to see my fish. The fuck is Rumble, Twitch gang? Rumble's some dumb shit, man. It's like this. It's like, imagine YouTube, but filled with the worst people ever, and also the UX is like the UX. The UI is fucking god awful. I don't use it. I don't have an account there. I'll probably never make an account there, but when Dr. Disrespect got demonetized on YouTube and banned on Twitch for being a pedophile, he moved to Rumble. So that should tell you what they how they get down over there. What's up, Hugh, aka dude? My name's not Cletus, man. Cletus? Are we fucking joking? Cletus? The straight girls like tall men or something? In my experience, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely they do. Not everybody's like a, not every woman that's attracted to men is like a top that's weighs like 100 pounds and that can't fight their way out of a paper bag and wants just like men their size to dominate. No, a lot of them like being. You get me. Do you know slime molds have awareness despite being a single cell organism without a brain or central nervous system? Is that evidence awareness may not be emergent? I'm inclined to believe that anything that has the ability to have any sort of awareness is going to have it's going to be physically emergent. I have zero reason to think otherwise. If they don't have a brain like humans and they have some sort of awareness, and that's just proof that awareness can possibly be a result of physical makeup that doesn't have a brain necessarily. Used to have an album of screenshots of men who have fish in pictures. Yeah, no. Even if I could eat fish, and even if I did often go fish, then I wouldn't put that shit on Tinder. It's my fish. All right. Nobody's going to be impressed by your fish. My name's not Hudis, man. What the fuck? You know what Rumble is? All shitters on there. Yeah, not a good site. Not a good site. Why are you being hate crimed right now? It's only going to get worse. You threw the gauntlet down. I'm picking up the gauntlet. Never mind. Would you rather be happy 50-50 or 90-10 and every single day is based on the dice roll? Happy 50-50 or 90-10 and every day. I'm not seeing the downside to picking the 90-10, right? Like, what's the difference between the scenarios? Am I like rephrasing it? You know, Sneeko streams on Rumble. Yeah, I didn't know who Sneeko was before I I don't know. It's like somebody that was some YouTube video about something he used to do. I can't fucking remember. I don't keep track of these people. But yeah, I figure out the type of dude he is, and then he got banned on Twitch and everything. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, there you go. Dr. Disrespect said there was no wrongdoing found. I don't understand how people who make it just throw it all away. I'll never fucking get it, dude. Maybe I need to be at the top to get it, but I think maybe part of it is just that people feel powerful, and they like the powerful feeling, and they want to exercise their power. And so they exercise that power by doing the deepest, darkest things they want to do, and then they'll do it once, see that there's like no real repercussion for it, and just do it over and over. But personally, even below the age of like as a 29-year-old, like below the age of like maybe 22, 21 and a half, I don't even see somebody sexually at that point. If I can't even drink with you, I mean, get the fuck away from me, right? So had everything going for him, successful career, wife. I don't know if he has kids or not. Probably. Who the fuck's to say? And just, oh, let me whisper a 17-year-old on Twitch. Are we fucking joking, dude? I can't get it. I don't get it. I'll never get it. I just can't get it. I'm not claiming to be the bastion of morality, right? Obviously, if you've been here long enough, you know I've got some shit going on, right? I don't always exude the empathy I claim that I do, right? But that being said, throwing everything away for some 17-year-old on Twitch, ugh, that's just enough said. They still be married after the fact too. Yeah. And what can you do? I guess that's part of honoring people's autonomy, right? Yes, that's one of the unfortunate things that come with it. What color was the sky on your saddest day so far? It was blue. It was a nice little blue sky out. You know, blue, a little cloudy, but yeah, blue sky. Yeah, it was a horrible, awful day though. Would not repeat it. But yeah, blue skies out. G'day, mate. What's up, Jason? How you doing? How was your day? How was your night? Your ex was shorter than me, and then he had the audacity to cheat on me. That's what I'm talking about too. You know, people maybe aren't quite used to it, and I feel like this one of the things that kind of scares me about the potential of me, you know, getting more popular as a creator is that, you know, I didn't always get the validation I needed or even wanted growing up. So that could give way for me being like your ex-boyfriend and just like you get the validation now you have access to, and then it just leads you to become a worse person. And I really hope I don't fall into that. I guess it's all about keeping yourself in check though, right? Do I know who Chester Stone is? I don't know who Chester Stone is. I can look it up though. Fuck it. I got nothing but time in here. Chester Stone, who are you? 98,000. Who is this? It looks familiar. Oh, this guy. 4 quarters. I'm the richest. I'm obviously not gonna say the next words, but yeah, yeah, I know who that is. See what we got here. Trump got tired of babysitting all Elon's badass kids. Yeah. I think he just got tired of having somebody always doing ketamine around him. 4 quarters. I'm gonna look up that video real quick. 1 second. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. All right, give me a minute. Oh, wait. God damn it. Oh, duplicate.
Here you go, Chester Stone.
Oh my God! 4 quarters. I'm the richest.
No, never mind. That's where that is. Oh, but yeah, that's a funny little video. He was a good time, but cheated. So man, yeah, I've been cheated on, confirmably once. Yeah. Only one was confirmed. That was a rough one. But yeah, what can you do? Yeah, I'm glad me and Maria are on good terms, even though we're not together anymore. When she pops out with our new dude, though, I'm probably gonna like slide on him or something. I don't know. Surely we're just like, if she gets somebody else, surely we just kill him, right? Like, or if not kill him, just like kick him in the knee or something, and just like run away. Nobody knows who did it. Mask on. Right? Like surely, right? I'm just kidding, but of course, Chester Stone would make a great comedian if he wasn't homeless. I didn't know he was actually homeless. Shit, he got 98K on him. I mean, I reduce somebody's homelessness to that. There's a lot of things that can go into it, but have a good rest of your night, Ferrets. Appreciate you being here. I'm gonna get off here soon too. I'm at my like rambling point of the evening, and yeah, that's never too good. I'm gonna start doing morning streams, maybe adding them to the night streams, or just overall switching over to mornings. I want this to be the way we start our day rather than the way I end it. You know, new PFP, yeah, new profile picture. I changed it yesterday. Everywhere, going for blue now instead of like the orange and gray. Also, what's up, Geethika? How you doing today? Is that how you say Geethika? Geethika? I don't know if it's like the th or the t. I can't tell you. As an aside, by the way, I can't turn off your private story snaps no matter what I do. I go notifications. I keep trying to turn it off. I'm not asking to be removed at all, I promise you. But, you know, I just want you to know that. Just yesterday I was expecting a text, and then I look over, and sure enough, has added 2 snaps, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, well, I got the text after the fact, so it's all chill. Obviously, don't remove me. It's all chill, but yeah, that's where we're at. Someone bring up the Shroud of Turin to get the stream back on track. No, we're 2 hours in anyway. It's post shadow ban, so my exposure is less, but it's not like completely in the toilet. So we're chilling. We're chilling. I don't need to be a star player. Just being on the team is cool. I don't know. I might try out a non-monogamous relationship next time. Well, you're on Snapchat? Yeah, I'm on Snapchat. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. You didn't know this? Somebody hasn't been checking out my links. The Shroud of Turin Proof Guide. We're not doing this shit today, dude. Not doing this shit today. So the Shroud... I'm just kidding. What's up, BBO? But yeah, I'm on Snapchat. Add me up. Do I have a command for it? I got commands for all of my shit, I think. Should you add me on the Snapchat? If you like, right? I would appreciate if you did, but it's completely up to you. I don't really use it that much. I just don't have anybody on there. Spam your memes. Fuck it, let's do it. That's so weird. You never get those notifications. No, you're chilling. You're chilling. It was just the point of it was funny last night. I was just looking for a text. I don't know, and I think you uploaded it earlier because it's like way deep in the night too. I'm about to pass out, and sure enough, Snap is like some shit you uploaded earlier. I'm just like, all right, well, yeah. Most absurd memes ever. Fuck it, let's do it. You know, just send me a picture of the countryside. That's just a meme. Because the whole country of New Zealand's a joke. I kid, of course. I do want to go to New Zealand. I want to go to Christchurch and Auckland, especially. There's a lot of people I want to see in New Zealand, though. Why don't I get so many New Zealanders in here? I think I have more New Zealanders than Australians. Just people in... I think it's because of the hours, too, or how I attract people from the other side of the planet, but I don't know. The background change. Somebody say change my background. Let's see. You're gonna let down that one guy that doesn't want morning streams because he wants to see all the hellbound people at night. Oh, fuck him then. What background? What background? Morning swing collectivism due to degenerates unable to be up before 12. Fair enough. Oh, blue background. Oh, I'm not. Oh yeah, I should. I really should. 1 second. Ugh. Sunny Lake. Ugh. There we go. Ugh. Probably got to change the Let me find like a light blue too for the lettering. Christchurch is your home city. Ooh. Ooh. Hell yeah. Ron Wyatt is a genius. Yeah, Ron Wyatt was a genius. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. Capturing Christianity is the best creator of all time. So it's Cliff Nechtel. William Lane Craig is the best mind of our generation. Jordan Peterson is based. What else? Atheists can't logically substantiate the nomencological background through ontological just whatever the fuck. Yeah, there we go. Let me find like a light blue hex code really quickly. Light blue hex code. I think one that I like is G2's in Discord. Let me do that really quickly. I'm getting off here soon. I know this is complete and total nonsense right now. I get it, but no, my mind goes all over the place. Let's see here. What is this? Yeah, I really did enjoy this one when I put it up. Let's see, what's that? 71B8E3. Okay. Let's see here. Can I type it, please? If I could just type it, that would be fantastic. I guess not. All right. Sorry. I know we're non-tenting right now. I get it. Everybody, just matter of fact, everybody leave. Why not? Yeah, just leave me here alone. Fuck it. I get very, very self-conscious. Very self-conscious when I'm not like actively doing something engaging. I feel like people can't stand me and I only work to serve an immediate utility to the people around me, but that's probably because of the way I grew up. I have some really unresolved traumas I need fixing. All right, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that looks good. Ugh, skadoosh. There we go. We haven't had a fake Christian stream in ages. Ooh, and it's Sunday too. And it's Sunday. Fuck. I got to do that on TikTok too, though. I got to do that on TikTok, though. I can't just do that on YouTube. Because I got to bring up guests for it. Fuck. I hope my computer can handle it, but fuck it. We might do that later. Got one of those fat squishmallows. Is a cow? Ouch. Why would you call me that? What the fuck's wrong with you, man? I thought we were friends. No, but I never really got the appeal of squishmallows, but I mean that's probably because I'm a straight man. But hell yeah, they're cute. How you like it so far? But yeah, I don't know. I got this nagging feeling that people is like, I wouldn't say that people are just like have some sort of conscious reason to not like me and pretend that they do, but that people's enjoyment of just me as a person is not necessarily conditional, but I don't know, like not genuine. I really need to fix that. I gotta go to therapy or something. I have a psychiatrist for my meds, but I gotta like actually talk to somebody or something. I'm like one bad day away from tragedy. I think squishmallows are a red flag in women. Squishmallows, anything Hello Kitty, obviously. What else? If she listens to Deftones, stay the fuck away. My past 2 girlfriends are gonna hate me, but nurses, stay the fuck away. In general, I found one exception to the rule. The other one, not so much. But yeah, stay the fuck away from nurses. Stay the fuck away from like anyone from the state of Louisiana. Any blondes. All bisexuals. Anyone that chooses McDonald's as their first place to go to. Phone always on the charger. I'm just making shit up at this point. I need to go to therapy, but I have social communication disorder, so that's not possible. Damn. Damn, you got spawn trapped. I'm at least I can at least say I'm comfortable talking to people, but it's just like I don't know. I know you got to be completely, totally honest with a therapist to not get, to actually get some help with what's ailing you. But I don't know, dude. Being completely, totally honest with somebody like that, like complete, total honesty, 100%. Like honesty isn't the issue, but just like opening up about shit is the issue. Like with my most, like I guess with all my relationships in general, especially my last one. I had no issue telling the truth. It's not the issue. It's just like intentionally bringing up like my deepest, darkest like thoughts and shit. It feels so intuitively cringe. You get me? If she stay away, there you go. Exactly. If she's breathing, probably best to just stay away from there. You should do a stream where you pretend to be a gay Christian pastor. I've done like some fake Christian streams. I gotta bring that back. I gotta make a gift for it though, because the one I got is like just for like the fake prayers I do. But yeah, I'm gonna bring that back. I'm gonna bring it back. What do we do now? I don't know. I feel like if I just continue to stream, I'm gonna start opening up about some shit I shouldn't, or at least will regret opening up about. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm okay with talking to people, but the issue is that SCD is basically like social anxiety on extreme mode. Oh man, I'm sorry for you. I probably need more social anxiety, to be honest. I take an anxiety pill, but I've never had an issue with like social situations, or I wouldn't say never. Like not in the past like latter half of my life, I haven't had an issue with like talking to people at all. But it's just obviously you grow up abused, then it's gonna change the way you think about yourself. It's Men's Mental Health Month. No, it's Pride Month. I know it's both, but they let's keep it intentional. Prank caller Krish. Nah. It's really hard to get in contact with Christians at this time of night. You should do one of those Reddit story times. Oh, that would be hilarious. AI can do them so much better though. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I feel like there's something I really gotta add that's like gonna take the channel to the next level, but we just haven't figured it out yet. You should do a sermon in church and live stream it. Yeah, I was even writing a sermon. It was gonna be like a solid half-hour long sermon about it was gonna be about a really, really bad verse in the Bible, but I was gonna spin it and twist it and see if people I could trick people into agreeing with me and not finding it ironic, but then it's just I don't know. I think I got banned that week and then just lost the motivation to do it. Should voice bedtime audiobooks. Oh, thanks. I don't know how to get into voice work. If anybody knows how to get into voice work, I mean, I don't know, point me in that direction, but especially if it can be done remote. But no, I don't know how to get into it. I feel like it's also a competitive market. I might just say fucking and just read erotic shit at this point. I don't know. Or just like for audiobooks where it's like multiple people needed for characters, I might just like voice the man in it or something. I might get swarmed by book talk at that point. I don't know if I want to go like have a name for myself on book talk. I feel like that would be awful in the long run. It would only be good if I was a whore. I'm not a whore though. I feel like we're avoiding the obvious. It's coming eventually. It's coming and you'll be coming. You say you were one bad day away from tragedy. Figured I'd bring it up. Nah, I get you. You're good. You're good. Book talk girlies are terrifying, dude. You telling me, man. You telling me, dude. There was this one on TikTok. You know, she DM'd me. The story ends there, but yeah, they're they like their voices. I'll leave it at that. They like their voices. I've never been so I guess thankful for a disease before, because my voice wouldn't sound like this if it wasn't for the you know acid reflux eating away at my esophagus. Right. We should read Wattpad until you laugh. Oh, that would be not a. There wouldn't be much of a stream at that point. I can't sit here and say you know what, fuck it right now. If you got a story, send it over. I'll read it until I laugh. Why not? Make a demo reel, get a following, send your reel to a production companies. Oh well, I'm kind of stuck on I'm gonna be stuck on number 2. Then that's gonna take a long time before I get like where I want the things to end up at. She did what? We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. It's probably best we leave it there. I was gonna say AO3, but most of it is peak literature. What's AO3? JOY request 1 reporting for duty. I might do one eventually just as a joke. It'll be like ironic but not ironic. It'll be ironic in that it's in that I'm gonna call it ironic just for the sake of like haha, I made you come just as a joke, you know, but no, there'll be nothing ironic about it. Who would be the target audience for that though? I feel, do women even use that? I don't know what women watch. I'm sorry. Like I know like I know men watch that shit. Like I'm privy to the odd, you know, being told when to, right? But I don't know. It's never mind. Gay, you know what? Fuck it. Gay men. Yeah, gay men. That's the target audience. I feel like I'd be in a penthouse in the Maldives or something if I appealed to gay men or something. Just randomly read famous cases like P Diddy trial. Motherfuckers eat that shit right up. Yeah, that would be hilarious. I know I have to expand in some way, but I don't want to leave the roots just yet. You already have a following. Doesn't have to be a big one, just a decent social media presence. Well, shit, fuck it. Let's record that demo then, right? Have the viewers will be good into it. Fuck yeah. Gay for pay men make so much. Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. Anything that gets me out of this country as soon as possible. At this point, if the difference between me being able to move to the Philippines and, you know, live my life in comfort and staying here and grinding, if the difference between that was like one dick up my ass, just one, I might have to follow through at that point. Might just have to do what you got to do at that point, you know. $100 is $100 at that point. I'm sorry. We'll figure it out. Just one good reaming. Move to Thailand for all the lady boys. My mind is set on the Philippines, both because it's a perfect mix of like good weather, good people, cheap prices, and also they speak English for the most part. So Thailand has 3 of those things, but you know they just don't speak English. And I mean, obviously, learning another language isn't like, don't be lazy, but also, you know, I don't want it to have to learn another language until I like, you get me? Can we normalize femboys being straight and the market is limited? Yeah, and it's only getting worse. I don't know what's causing it. Probably, I think social media. It's like, might be just, could it be like raising women's standards? And like, it's also making men worse too. I'm not dating a Trump supporter if I was a woman. I'm so sorry. Let there be one dude in college going into Discord servers and harassing atheist streamers with fucking Thomas Aquinas as his profile picture. I'm not dating that motherfucker. You're not getting anywhere near my pussy. Hell no. Fuck no. So I think it's on both ends. I feel like standards are going up and also the stock is going down. So It's going to be a really lonely time for straight men going forward. Uh, yeah, might need another option. Thai is a hard language too. I think any language is like a somebody who speaks a Romanized language. Any language in another alphabet or writing system is going to be just that much harder. Because it's one thing to just learn new words that you can already read, but it's another thing to learn just an entirely separate new alphabet, and then after that, learn new words. It's just like it's possible, obviously, but um, you need baby steps. Baby steps. It's just showing up as boxes. I don't know what those emojis are, but what's up? How you doing today? Femboy stocks low by now. Femboy to the moon. Hell yeah. I might just have to dip in, see what the hype is about, see what the hullabaloo is about. You know, just bend one over, be like, I'll be the judge of that. You know. If I wasn't engaged, I wouldn't date a Trump supporter no matter what sex or gender. Nah, that's yeah, you couldn't pay me to at that point. Yeah, you just couldn't pay me to unless I was just like a racist or had an IQ, um, had an IQ the same, you know, that matched the shoe size of a midget. Then maybe, but no, I just fuck no, could never. Thai is tonal based, so that's a whole other challenge. That too, yeah. Reading it, writing it, and that's another reason with why Vietnamese will be pretty hard too. Like they're really, really huge on tones. Most Asian languages are easy for me. Don't know why. Could Kate, lucky for you actually. I with my ex, I was learning Tagalog a little bit, and I learned a few words, and got roasted so hard for my, you know, tones and pronunciations and shit. I'm just like, I could never even imagine if it was just like something that was written like Vietnamese or just in another language entirely, like Thai or something, or Lao. That would suck. Or Burmese. I feel like Burmese isn't even a language at that point. Y'all ever seen Burmese in the way it's written? That's just like runes. Hell no. One of my friends is into racist white women. Ew. Gross. 0 for 3. I'm just kidding. 0 for 2. 0 for 1? 0 for 0 for 1. Yeah. 0 for 1. Huh? Yeah, of course. What's up with the race play? It freaks me out. Yeah, I'm lucky I've never met anybody into race play. That's just I don't know. Especially it's like somebody who's like black passing. It's I say black passing like I'm not half black, but who's more or less indistinguishable. It's yeah, just I'm sorry. I'm going instantly flaccid the second I get called the harder. I'm so sorry. Call me unreasonable. Oops. The second I hear the hard R get slipped out, my shit's going from cooked spaghetti. I mean, uncooked spaghetti to cooked spaghetti. Sorry. Your ex is Burmese? I'm glad he spoke English. I'll say that much. Because just the way that language is written, just something about it seems so difficult. What the fuck, Jacob? Hello? Call me a mutt. Yeah, mutt. I've gotten that one before. You can barely learn what's supposed to be your native language. Hindi or like one of the other ones, like Gujarati or Punjabi or something, or like might be Urdu, and I might just be really. That's not racist though. Same region, right? Right? I don't know. Fuck it. Don't even answer. I didn't I fucking psyoped myself into not even wanting to answer what your native language is supposed to be. Kannada? Odia? I don't know. Tamil? Fuck if I know. Burmese does look like runes. Indeed it does. Indeed. It's a really interestingly written. No, you're south. Oh, so like Tamil or something, or Punjabi or something. No, Punjabi's like I don't know where the Punjab region is. I'm sorry, I failed. I failed. Yeah, probably Tamil. There's this really nice, not this is a song I really like in Tamil. It's called "Rowdy Baby" by Danush, and I forget the other person, but yeah, I like that song. Can't understand the fucking word they're saying, but yeah, it's a cute little song. Cute little video too. I'd only date a racist if she's Mormon too. I mean, at that point, I'd go together like I don't know, peanut butter and jelly, right? Telugu, Telugu. I forgot about Telugu. They have it's way too many fucking languages. Beautiful country, way too many goddamn languages. I like to think I speak in protagonist, but maybe that's just because my deep NPC mind thinking I'm player one. Everybody thinks they're player one. Our minds don't know how to not be player one. You know, our minds don't know how to think outside of our conscious experience. So, a lot of people, it gives them main character syndrome. One thing that really helped me with that was psychedelics. I'm not telling you to do it. Obviously, even if it was an issue for you, you didn't even present it like that. But even if it was, like, not advising you, but that's one thing that like really ripped me out of myself was taking psychedelics. I probably should do. They probably should do some more soon or something. Another thing that was no, never mind. I'm not gonna recommend it because technically it is. Never. I'll fuck it, but yeah, yeah, psychedelics is what I'm getting at. Just shrooms for me ripped me out of my mind and put me right back in it. Peanut butter and jam do not go together at all. Most disgusting sandwich I've ever eaten. If it's any consolation, I've never had a peanut butter and jelly and probably never will. I'm all about being out of pocket. Thanks for appreciating my humor. Dude, that was so fucked up, man. Jesus. Oh man, if I I know my humor is edgy, but like yeesh. Yeesh. These shrooms on stream. Nah, I would be like the moment if I like fell into a thought loop or something, I would sound more incoherent and stuttering than I do now, and that's really saying something. I would hate to be like that in front of anybody, much less like an audience. I'd have the worst stream ever, but worst trip ever too. I had a bad trip once, and it was like kind of terrifying, but you know, try to remain grounded. You eat shrooms raw, just like my sex life. Yeah, my sex life is like my you know, my dinner today was like my sex life. I'm still hungry. My phone died as you were responding to my comment, and I thought it got banned. Oh no, you did get banned. I unbanned you. It's definitely not the most disgusting sandwich. I've never had one. I kind of want to make like a sunflower butter and jam sandwich though. I've had cream cheese and jam. That's really really good, but just slapping cream cheese between like some regular old bread, I felt sacrilegious. It's not a bagel. It's not like some heft to it. It's just regular old bread. I don't know. I want to see you on streams. I'm sorry if that's cruel, but I'm curious. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, it would be an experience. I don't know where to find them now though. I think maybe my weed dealer might be able to, if not hook me up, at least point me in the right direction of some. Like my coworker I bought my last ones off of, like I don't work there anymore, so I lost her number. Yeah. You had a seafood bowl for dinner? Of course you had a fucking seafood boil for dinner. Duh. You could have told me you ate like what's next? Oh, you ate some alligator for lunch. Oh, you had some beignets for dessert. And some racism for breakfast. Like, duh. You ain't got to tell me twice. How you going 29 years, no PB&J? Tell it to my immune system. Don't tell it to me. You're turning 30 next year? I am turning 30 next year. Yeah. I'm both honored and also terrified. You're the Shroom Sherman for all your friends and coworkers. Send some in the mail. Kidding. Unless, no, but kidding. Unless, oh, kidding. Unless, oh, I'm stuff. Jam is correct. Jelly's the see-through stuff you get on the plate at parties. I like both. For me, I mean, when like jam's like the more processed, like made from. Oh no, like the I remember hearing this difference recently, but jam's made from the fruit and jelly's made from like fruit juice, and so I like them both. Like them both. Probably have a bad trip if I had to hear Christian yapping in my ear. Should I just like do multiple psychedelics and just like multiple dissociatives all at once and then just like get on here and debate people? Just fuck it. Hugh hidden nunk status. Yeah, that's why the that's part of my username. It's UNC. It's like the first three letters of it. You want Jello now? I'm not a huge fan of Jello. It's not bad, but it's just like I'll never crave it. I got some raspberry Jello in my cabinet, and I haven't touched it in like 5 years. You actually have a beignet mix in the kitchen? Of course you do. Tool. You learned the hard way not to mix shrooms with weed. If you're going to mix shrooms with weed, like maybe have like some MDMA or something. That was probably the best trip of my life. Was shrooms, weed, MDMA, like some ecstasy. Yeah, that was a fantastic stream. Not stream. I keep saying stream, dude. Stream trip. Same shit at this point. That was a fantastic trip. But yeah, shrooms and weed just together, that's gonna be intense. Super intense. But yeah, some ecstasy with it. Have all that serotonin dumped out into your brain all at once. Can't go wrong. Anyway, I don't think you ever done streams without weed too. I've done shrooms on their own the first few times, and then a couple times with just weed. One was a bad trip, and one time with ecstasy. But I've tried a lot of drugs. If I were to go over every drug I've tried ever, like y'all probably think I'm like an addict or something. Heard people say that ecstasy ruins their sex life. I could see that. It didn't. Not for me. I've had sex on it once, and it was okay. It was fine. I guess it just wasn't a strong pill because I mostly just felt like stimulation and not like well like like stimulation, not like well that stimulation too, but not really the overwhelming happy euphoria that you get with a stronger pill. Maybe paranoid, depressed, and angry at all at the same time. It wasn't good. Almost as bad as coke. I kind of liked coke, but for what you pay for it and also how long it lasts, like I'm never doing it again unless somebody buys it for me. Like I'll never buy it ever again. Notice most people I trip sit, they go silent for about 30 minutes. They go to the bathroom for about another 30 minutes just to self-reflect. After they come out, the silence breaks immediately. Sounds about right. And then they look in the mirror knowing that they weren't supposed to. So yeah, I've done that before. There was this one time I was tripping solo and just in my house after work, and I got some beers too from the 7-Eleven before I pulled up to my house, and tripped. I don't know why the fuck I tripped after work. I was supposed to be going to sleep or whatever. I was just like, fuck it, why not? And then yeah, it wasn't that great of a trip. Had some beer. I felt like I had to take a shit, but I went to the toilet and like tried to, and it, there was nothing there. Just like a false feeling, I guess. I don't know. And then I took my beer in the bathroom with me. I don't know, like this is gross. I finished it too. Gross. Just gross. Bathroom at one set as a canon event, right? Coke and ADHD don't mix. Yeah, so I don't think I have ADHD. I just got the depression and a little bit of the autism, but yeah, no, I've tried so many drugs, dude. I've tried a lot of stimulants, even though I've come to the conclusion that I'm not really into stimulants like that. But I've tried so many of them, mostly like not mostly, but some experimental ones too. I look in the mirror just to do it. It's honestly refreshing if you have a good headspace. It's too trippy for me, dude. It's like I recognize myself, but don't recognize myself. And I just don't like that feeling too much. I mean, I guess I don't really recognize myself even when I'm sober either. So Now, what can you do? Why am I still here? This stream is technically longer than a normal stream. What are we still doing here? A lot of the tism. All right, shut up, bitch. But yeah, yeah, I've tried some things. One thing I'm never going to do ever again is oxycodone. Any opioid whatsoever, I just can't do it. At least not recreationally. If I need it for an injury or something, like so be it. But yeah, that shit is just, yeah, fuck no. It's too good. It would ruin my fucking life. Ruin my life. Destroy my life from the top up. Top down, I mean. Same shit. Not really. But no, that would destroy my life. Like, imagine thinking that your whole life doesn't make sense until you take this one little pill that makes it feel like it makes sense. Dangerous. Life ruining. I'm not into stimulants unless I need to work. Even for me, I hate them even when I need to work, or at least like laborious work, because then I just feel like I'm, my heart isn't liking it too much. Like a mixture of physical activity plus stimulants. That's why I hated pre-workout back when I used to be really big in a gym. But yeah, just yeah. I think my least favorite stimulant of all time is probably like, a lot of people haven't even heard of it. It's like 6-APB. I got some from got some off the webs back in, when I was still in Ohio, just to try it out. I wasn't even sure what it was. Looked it up after I already bought it. Like, oh, it's a stimulant. Oh, okay, that shouldn't be too bad. That shit was just so grating. It was bad. I don't know. It felt like everything was just going. I was so stimulated that everything was just going like way too slow. Like, I don't know how to describe it to you. Just don't do that shit. And it lasted too long too. They're so good. They are so good, dude. It's never ever again. It'll wreck my life. I can do lean over again. I've done lean a couple times, and say done. I've sipped it a couple. Well, done, sipped, same shit. I've sipped it a couple times, and it's like I could probably do that because it just makes you kind of drowsy. That's really about it. But stronger ones, fuck no. How many charges are you accumulating on this live? I mean, statute of limitations is over for all of these, so if they want to come arrest me, they can come waste their time. Our friend was hooked on Xanax for a long time. My mom used to be hooked on Xanax. She we blacking out and shit. Time to trauma dump a little bit. On my 16th birthday, she my mom was, she was at the supermarket buying like, stuff for it, and she bought butter pecan ice cream because it's what she wanted. And she was on Xanax when she was like in the supermarket and didn't remember that I'm allergic to pecans. So it was too late to go back. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. But yeah, I've done Xans maybe only like 3 times. They're fine. They're okay. It was part of the reason that I knew I needed a anti-anxiety medication, because I felt normal on them, and that's good. I didn't take them to the point of like wanting to black out and just like be loose and everything. There's one time I got loose off of them. It was kind of fun, but I've never taken them to the point of blackout. But I mean, then again, nobody knows when they've blacked out, right? But no, I can confidently say I remember the whole night. Wine and weed is all you can handle. Keep it that way. Have you ever had an addiction, drug or non-drug? Have I ever had an addiction? I'd say I've had a social media addiction before. I wouldn't classify like my current amount on social media as an addiction, because like a lot of it's spent trying to like, prep for the future or whatever, if there is a future, assuming that I'm even important enough to go beyond where I'm at with the current state of the channel. But I used to have a social media addiction. I used to be an alcoholic for a bit. After my dad died, I was had like a few months of just like not being able to go a day without drinking. Not good, not fun. And I say currently, and for a couple times throughout my life, I've been like, with me and nicotine, it's kind of weird. I'll have like a year or two on, like 3 or 4 years off, year or two on, so on and so forth. It's like my third, fourth time being a smoker, and I'll quit, be okay. It's cold turkey. A few years later, some stressed out, get stressed out, start smoking again. So right now, I'd say I'm having nicotine addiction. But thoughts on Adderall? I have never done Adderall, but I have snorted like regular amphetamine before, not meth, but like the European speed basically. Got that off of the old Alpha Bay back when that was a thing, and I don't know, man. It was okay. I'm just not huge on stimulants. I think that was about as good as you're going to get for like a pure stimulant, but it's just not for me. I'm definitely more so into depressants. Christianity is an addiction. Yes, an addiction to thinking that you're the worst person ever. Uh, LSD was both awesome and terrible because of how long it lasted. Yeah, you gotta really commit yourself to LSD. Like you're gonna be up for like 12 hours. It's you really need to be prepped for it. That's why I like shrooms a lot. Sorry, a lot more. Another one I'm never doing again is salvia. That shit was awful, awful. I don't see how anybody could do that more than once. Maybe like I felt like I was just like, you ever have that feeling where if you ever fell backwards and you have that little moment of panic knowing you're falling backwards? Like imagine that nonstop for like 2-3 minutes. And then everything just kind of getting staticky a little bit. That is not fucking fun. Who does that shit? There was nothing to learn from it. All I felt was just like the constant feeling of falling backwards. It was that frightening backward falling feeling for like 2 minutes. Awful. Never ever doing it again. Despite being formerly Catholic, I never had Catholic guilt. I guess I always didn't really fully believe. Man, man. I guess don't tell that to any Christians in the chat back when they're here, when they come back, because they would try to make you feel like the worst person ever for not really ever finding it convincing. But I'd say you got lucky. I'm glad you got out for sure. It's no matter what. Your mother tried very hard to raise me without Catholic guilt. Are you talking to somebody else? Salvia did the same thing, but for 30 seconds. For me, it was like it felt like 5 minutes, but looking at the clock, I knew it was only 2. But yeah, it was just, oh man, hell no on that. What are some things I've tried? I'm gonna go over like some things I've tried and would I try them again. I've done LSD, acid. Would I do it again? Yeah. LSA. If they were more like pure form of it, I use so there's these seeds called Hawaiian baby woodrow seeds, and they have LSA in them. There's also like morning glories, which are like a lot smaller. But I did the Hawaiian baby woodrows. Apparently, it's supposed to like extract it and stuff. I didn't have time for that. I just like crushed them up and to find enough powder to the best of my ability and just like ate it. And then I threw up violently, but I tripped anyway. The violent vomiting and really intense body nausea feeling beforehand was awful, but the trip itself was, I'd say, kind of ish similar to like a really weak, not as long lasting LSD. So yeah, it was fine. Ever try a honey pack? No, never tried a honey pack. I don't need a honey pack. I've tried pretty similar to like Viagra. I've tried like the Indian equivalent of Viagra. It's called Kamagra because I got it off. So fun fact, one of my old dealers for weed back when I was in Ohio. Just asked me if I wanted some. I was just like, man, I don't need that shit. He's like, just for you, cut your deal, just in case you want. I'm just like, man, fuck it, why not? Who cares? Did it. Luckily had a girlfriend at the time, so I could, at least have some fun with it. Um, it took all the fun out of it. You know, I felt like I was in sandbox mode in the bedroom, if that makes any sense. This is kind of a weird way to describe it, but yeah, I felt like I was in sandbox mode. You know, it wasn't supposed to be that easy to just like go, you know, do it and then do it again and then do it a third time or whatever. So, I don't know, just yeah, I don't know. Just she probably loved it, but for me, I don't know. It just felt soulless. I wouldn't do Viagra again unless I needed it again. Favorite vape flavor? E-Liquid Depot had this really nice shit. What was it? Oh man, it was so good. Like I think it was like a strawberry cheesecake. It was a strawberry cheesecake flavor. Is that? I'd say that's in second place. And then my first favorite would be Coastal Clouds Mango Menthol. I don't know if they still make it, but yeah, it's like it was so addictive. I mean, it's nicotine; it's gonna be addictive regardless, right? But the flavor itself was just like one of those you can't put it down kind of flavors, you know. Your favorite vape flavors, tobacco flavored views. I can't stand tobacco flavor. I hate tobacco flavored vape juice. Rich coming from me, you know, as somebody who actually smokes tobacco, but um, I don't know, like the real tobacco is gonna taste a million times better than just like the shit they put in vape juices. I can't stand that shit. Bro got brand specific. They did get work, man. I'm sorry. Gotta, you know, gotta put on for them. You despise mango flavoring. Do you vape though? I don't know. Maybe we just have different flavors, like different palates or whatever. But I don't know. For me, yeah, that was great stuff. It's great stuff. If I got another box mod or something, that would be my first flavor I go back to. I do LSD again, but only with a group of sober people. I do shrooms again if I can find something that tastes better than the shroom chocolate. But I think besides weed, that's the only things. Fair is fair. This might be, I don't know. Maybe my palate's just fucked. I've never really minded the taste of shrooms. Never ever minded it. Like they're kind of, you know, obviously like the dry ones are going to be tough in texture, but like the flavor itself wasn't like. I was expecting something disgusting, and it just tasted like what I expected a regular mushroom to taste like if it were dried out. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you're a blue raspberry junkie. There was this one I used to like. I bought a when I was first got my mod or whatever. I just picked up a bunch of different shit from E-Liquid Depot, and it lasted me a couple of years. But there was this one they had was like blue raspberry candy of some sort. I wasn't a huge fan of it. That was the only blue raspberry I've ever had. It just tasted like straight sugar and nothing else. And so it's like, you know, if you like sweet, there you go. But nah, I need some actual depth. I ate cashews along with shrooms. They balance each other out. If I eat cashews with shrooms, like I'll be coming up while I'm dying of anaphylaxis. It's kind of hilarious. Can't stand mushrooms as food in general, so either make the tea or put it in a smoothie. Fair is fair. Yeah. I did the tea thing once, and like the tea itself was okay, but I feel like I don't know. I threw out the actual mushrooms themselves afterward because I brewed it the fuck out of it. And I was just like, they got to be as broken down as possible, but I felt like I just left so much psilocybin on the table, quite literally. Shrooms taste like dirt, but if you are doing shrooms, you shouldn't be a poon about it. Yeah. Just like, oh, are these organic GMO-free mushrooms? Oh, man, that's gonna be like, mother, just like, do the, you're having a trip. It's about the trip. It's about the trip. The texture makes me gag. I don't mind the texture. It's like kind of leathery-ish. It's like it's not unpleasant or pleasant. It's just tough. I would describe it as like fruit by the foot, but like even more dried out. Dirt isn't the worst thing you can taste, so W. Yeah, it's not that bad. I don't mind it. I really got to get off here soon, though. I really got to get off here soon. Nobody in here likes wrestling. I think Jermaine left. I could talk about Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank all day. They were so good. But I don't know. We're gonna get off here though. Shit. Yeah, I don't know. What do we say here? Oh wait, you are here. I don't care if eating them raw will give me answers to world's biggest questions. I'll still make a tea. I'll take it to the face. That's how I know I'll probably be. If I were gay, I'd be solid as a. I'd be solid if I were gay, because you know, if you could stand the taste of mushrooms, you probably could stand the taste of you know, fake wrestling. I mean, we know it's scripted, right? We know it's like a basically it's definitely scripted, right? Like, but it's more so just about the story itself. I'd say it's more like a show about it's like a reality show about a wrestling show rather than like a show about, you know, wrestling. You saw like one video of two women wrestlers and you liked it. I feel like you would really be into Stephanie Vaquer. That is a I keep saying the word gorgeous a lot to describe women, but with her is really apt. She was she's a Chilean, I think. Chilean? Yeah, she's like Chilean, I think. I just want to take her out for like steaks and baked potatoes and iced tea. Let's see where we go from there. See here, you should play Schedule 1. What's Schedule 1 about? Something to do with drugs, I'm guessing. You don't like chewing leather? I mean, BDSM is one thing. I mean, I don't like it, but I don't hate the experience so much that I would, you know, need to put my shrooms in like a tea or something if I'm drinking. Also, eat shrooms raw on a mostly empty stomach for the added effect. Would not recommend that, but hey, if you can handle the trip, you know, all I can say is I've tried it like twice, and both of my trips were really intense. Googled her; she's so hot. She's like I don't give this number. I say I don't give this number out like my opinion means anything, but no, she's like a 10, dude. She's just straight up and down a 10. It's not fake wrestling, bro. It's just scripted, bro, and it happens to be about wrestling. Yeah, it's the moves are worked, right, and it's obviously scripted, but there's a story being told, and that's what we're there for, or I guess you should be there for. I'm definitely not a pro wrestling fan. It's not like I have a life goal of founding a wrestling promotion. No, not at all. No, of course not. Of course not. Shh, 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 shh. I remember walking through the cow pasture. It was always a fun time. That might be a little bit too far for me. I'm not digging through cow shit for shrooms. Unless I'm like selling them or something. I couldn't. I hate shit so much. I hate the fact that I got a shit. That's one of the downsides of the human condition, is that you have to take a shit. How can you say God exists when he made us needing to take shits? We're made in the image of God. Does God need to shit too? In which case, he's not really a God, is he? Oh, I have to excrete my food. like what? Everybody I watch who covers wrestling has a wife. Think I'm gonna let someone show my interest. Yeah, there you go, right? Yeah. If I can't be accepted for the esports loving, I like esports too. That might be a little bit too nerdy, but esports loving, wrestling enjoying, goddamn, you know, crack smoking, gooning 5 hours a day, dude that I am, then if you don't love me at my gooning 5 hours a day, you don't deserve me at my gooning for 1 hour a day. Just scrolling through photos of wrestlers. Who's another? All of them are pretty, at the very least pretty. I don't know if you'd be into Rhea Ripley, but I think Rhea Ripley's so fun. Rhea Ripley does things to me. She makes me feel some type of way. I feel alive when I see Rhea Ripley. How does the God make the human body after himself and make it so the same passage leads to your stomach and lungs, right? The same passage that's fed through your that feed, that one passage goes either to your lungs or to your stomach, and you're like that one passage goes straight to your mouth through your anus. It's just like there could have been a better way, right? Rhea's my queen. I would probably sell my soul for just one chance. Just one chance. God damn it, buddy. Buddy Matthews pulled the heist of the century. I say heist of the century like it's not just, meeting and getting to know somebody and, falling in love with each other and marrying her, right? Like he did something bad by happening to be in proximity to her and, being somebody whose company she can enjoy, right? Like, oh, fuck you. But yeah, fine woman. Fine woman. Shit. We really got to get off. I say we. Yeah, we really got to get off here soon. Everybody's got to go to sleep now. I don't care what time zone you're in. Everybody's got to go to sleep. It's 4:17 for me. It can't be that much early for you. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go on another rant though, really quickly. I make a business number with Google Voice. And the literal only time I add it to the stream, some chuckle fuck calls it, trying to debate. Are we fucking joking? And yet, Twitch is at 50 followers. And yet, haven't moved the needle on Facebook in months. And yet, PayPal dry. Fuck you. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here soon though. I don't have to tell any of y'all to follow the things. If you've already followed the things that you desire to follow. So I appreciate you for it. What do we say now? I don't know. Just have a good night. Take care. See you later. Be good people. I'm stealing the James A. Janice outro. Just be good people. What would you pay for petrified Jesus shit from 1 BC in eBay? I'm not paying more than like $20 for that. Sure, it's important shit and it's also old shit, but at the end of the day, it's still shit, right? Yeah, Rhea's a goddess for sure. I could sit here and talk all day about like the women of WWE. Not a single one of them isn't at least pretty. Right, at the absolute worst. They're like pretty at the worst, complete and total dime stunners at the best. It's like, I love you, Mr. Beast. What the fuck, man? Hello? So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about WWE wrestlers. Especially since I watch them more so for the match itself. The bodaciousness is just a welcome side effect. But anyway, have a good rest of your night. Appreciate you. I'm gonna try to be live tomorrow. Early, maybe whenever Masters Toronto ends for the day. So maybe like late afternoon, early afternoon, or something like that, with a fake Christian stream. Christian stream. Trish Stratus was my fave. I was growing up around the era of like Kelly and them. Kelly was mine for sure. Yeah, I was big on Kelly. Ever since that one like striptease she did in ECW when she debuted, I was never the same after that. I wasn't even gooning yet, but I felt like I had to start. But anyway, take care. Have a go. Trish Stratus was hot too. She's still gorgeous. Yeah, I'd still, go karting with her. Have a nice day. You know, have a nice little walk in the park with her, walk her dogs. I don't know if she has dogs or not. I'd get dogs just so we can walk them together. And then, you know, the rest is history. All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. The stream is too real. Don't let the fat boys take your right to go into Unchained. I won't. I'm going to continue Unchaining myself, no matter what anybody else has to say about it. But yeah, take care.